I think that made it work. Yeah, okay, now the YouTube stream's working. They're talking about the server rules. Okay. So Sham is asking for Central West Central, which they're gonna remake for. All the cats. Are there any big tournaments coming up this year? Depends what you mean by big. It is Home Story Cup's coming up. The French tournament, Maestros of the Game, is coming up. Those are like the two biggest ones. RSL and GSL are happening. And both, I believe, will have an offline finals. Tried to show you Dimitri's head, but then he moved. That kind of works. You can see his head anyway. Alright, so best of 3 PvP. And in the top left of At Eternity's Edge. Figure this one out. It is Hero. In the bottom right, we do have Shameless. Utterly shameless. He has played in many a tournament, if you haven't seen him. He is not a new face, but he does not often make it to a winners finals or the grand finals, but he does occasionally. He has, every once in a while, every few months, I suppose, defeated the likes of a Pure, a Byun, a Hero, a Classic. In this case, he defeated Classic, and Byun. Yeah. To get to face Hero in what is the winners finals. So we're still looking at the lower bracket to give us the grand finals. So he's on a roll, and when he's been on a roll like this before, he has made it to the finals. He hasn't won any. Well, I don't want to say any. He might have won a couple, but usually he'll beat, a bunch of really good players, and then he'll match up against, well, Clem, probably. Either a Clem or a Max Pax, and neither one are in this tournament. So, this is the time for him to win then. Because those would be the finalists, and yeah, he wouldn't be able to quite get over them. But for some reason, he has the occasional weeklies where he is a Korean destroyer. He just takes him down, despite playing from Russia and having really bad ping, even Central, West Central. That said, it's not like Hero's playing with amazing ping. We are in a case of just trying to find a middle ground of all terrible options. So if you see some missed micro on either side in PvP, well, it's very excusable. And if you see some styles from either one of these players, I guess, that seem different, like, hey, why aren't they being as aggressive? Well, it might be because it's PvP in a very bad ping scenario. So they're like, you know what, I don't really want to go for an early aggression type maneuver because I'm going to have the micro, and that's too difficult. But, that's the perfect reason why to do it. No, this is Shameless going for that early aggression. However, found out like this, it's a little unfortunate. I mean, it does look like this was a very audacious place to put a pylon. All right, so this could also be just like, it's worth it. I can defend it with 2 stalkers pumped out quick enough, particularly because Hero has gone for a single gateway expand. He's the Max Pax now. So you are going to get the pylon up. You are going to get the proxy gateway up. Are you going to win 100%? No, not necessarily. Hero has a very advanced knowledge of the build, and so hopefully we'll get his defenses up, crank out some more production, like 2 more gateways, and actually be able to hold. Oh, well, proxying a gateway of his own. There you go. The pylon alone would have been worth it, even for like a slow adept warp in or 2, if you found the time anyway. But then actually proxy the gateway too. I mean, that might be overkill, but there is a very, very real chance that Shameless kills Hero's Nexus and says, that's good enough, let me try and expand, and then goes, oh my god, why is there a proxy gateway? But actually his first 3 gateway warp-in goes to the offensive pylon. That is so bold. He has 4 units back at home and 2 shield batteries, and that is he's giving it up. He is giving it up. He is going for his opponent's base. The pylon powering 2 out of 4 gateways is going to fall, but Adepts do beat Zealots. Now the Stalkers do come in. Hero just warping in continuously on the front line, sacrificing his Nexus. That was the game plan. It's almost like he presented a front with the second shield battery. Like, yeah, I'm totally going to defend this. Crazy stuff coming out from both players, as both of them are also pylon blocked. Neither one can warp in anymore. And many of them, I mean, many of the gateways are just depowered anyway. Now we got some awkward, AI split right there was very awkward. Hero loses a Stalker unnecessarily. Shameless double the army supply right now, as he also loses that end of the pylon, and another gateway could fall. He will kill Heroes in turn. This game is all types of wacky, but it is Shameless with that overall supply lead. The fact that Hero has a couple more probes isn't the most amazing. They're basically post-saturating one base at the very least, and that's kind of what's most important at this point in time, although Shameless does go ahead and grab a Nexus. Rather than trying to continue playing this tug of war, one base versus one base, they both are like, you know what, fair enough, we both did basically the same thing, just really roundabout ways of getting there, and so let's try and play first to the macro. It will be Shameless's Nexus a little bit faster, but again, a couple of probes behind. It's going to be his Twilight Council way faster. And that is scary. Presumably this goes into just good old standard blink. And then the blink is faster. The control over the third base is faster. Plus there is a possible opportunity to go for a 2-base attack with the Forge coming down. I don't believe that it's going to be the case here, which Hero will hopefully scout. It could be, you could still go for an attack. It's just, usually that Forge dictates a little bit of a longer game. Pylon block to stop these Adepts that are warped and they deal with the Zealots. I'm sure Shameless will continue using these for that potential main base threats, or just that little bit of scouting. Thank you, L37E, for the 43 months, by the way. Wow, this game was getting all types of weird. Things have really evened up. The worker count is evened up. The army count's basically evened up. It is that blink advantage going to Shameless. +1 heavily in favor of Shameless, and I'm now wondering if Hero is going to try and go for some type of 2-base attack. If he doesn't, that's just going to be such a colossal problem to not have +1. Robo's coming down for both players. Hero saw the Twilight Council. Shameless also saw his opponent's Twilight Council. Fear of a Dark Shrine being hidden somewhere should be there in your brain. Depth's finally caught out. All but one will fall. And so the Robo can't, it feels like a necessity here. I'm getting more and more worried about this Forge, though. I mean, Hero finally scouts the Forge with this second hallucination. But at what point, what can you do now about it? It's not like he was already planning a bunch of gateways. He did not already set up a proxy pylon waiting for another proxy gateway to go for something aggressive on 2 bases. He is just straight up behind on that weapons upgrade. 2 more gateways are coming down. A War Prism is coming down. He might go for the attack as Shameless even adds on a 3rd base. This could absolutely still work. But +1 is definitely going to be done, and if Shameless plays his cards right, doesn't take a battle that he can't win, trying to push into someone who is going to have more production capability very soon, then defensively he should win out. Defender's advantage is going to work out huge for him. He's going to grab an Immortal, have +1, potential probe pull, as long as, as long as he takes a decent fight, if he loses the third Nexus, he will have an advantage. If he keeps his Stalker count alive. Don't take any terrible fights leading up to this. Shameless is scouting with an observer that third base is very much real. This was not a fake move out, it was not a fake pylon. The third base is coming down. But he's also been scouting, seeing a lack of Forge, and knowing that that upgrade is going to be really how he wins this game, even quickly investing into +2 despite being under pressure right now. We got 5 gateways to 3, but an Immortal really is going to help out here. Warp Prism from Hero also could be in some trouble. Shameless could go after it, deciding not to. He's already winning the battle anyway. Now he goes after it. And with the Immortal helping out, a Guardian Shield helping out as well, Hero's attack was almost pathetic. That didn't do anything. That was not it. He's down 14 workers, down an upgrade, down an Immortal, down sentries. Shameless has everything going for him. Hero, what does he have? Not even a shield battery. It's a very, very weird game. Even though these guys play a lot of PvPs. So many PvPs. And with that many PvPs under your belt, there have been dozens, hundreds, thousands perhaps even at this point in time with how long PvP has looked the way that it is and how long Protoss has dominated the GM league anyway. Possibly thousands of games have looked weird. Base trades on 1 base, base trades on 2 base, base trades on 7 bases. DTs bringing back, 50 supply deficit comebacks. Proxies going into, proxies. 1 base all-ins, killing the Nexus, and then turning into the biggest macro game of your life. Like, all of these things have happened for sure, but this was still a rare one. And perhaps the way this has played out had not set up Hero for the best possible 3-base PvP. It felt like he was later to the decision. Hero, he wasn't super far behind because of the way this game opened. Even though we did lose a Nexus, they literally were even on supply. The Twilight Council was a potential problem. Just that blink being 30 seconds faster was always going to be a bit of an issue, but, Defender's Advantage probably takes care of that. It was that Forge decision, whereas Hero, kind of waited to really make that type of decision. He didn't add on a Forge. He didn't add on a third base faster. He didn't add a charge faster. He was kind of stuck on things, whereas Shameless was like, I'm going to add on that Forge. I'm going to go for +1. And he did it also at a time that worked out as far as the scouting gap that Hero unfortunately had. With the first hallucination not seeing it, and the second one coming many, many seconds later, like minutes later. Shameless does lose his observer. Could be a little bit of a scare. There's DTs somewhere, but there is not. This is Hero trying to hold on, investing everything he has into the defense. Even if he holds on here, he's still going to be down 11 workers and down 2 attack upgrades. Resident Glaives does finish, but how helpful is that going to be? Not even seeing that many dips on the side of Hero. They've all already gone down. Immortals of Hero are doing some decent work, but it's still a 30 supply gap now, even lower on that proc count. Warp Prism is going to get targeted, so no reinforcements. That's good news, but the Immortal of Shameless just got a lot of shots off on the Stalkers that sacrificed themselves to get that Warp Prism, leaving Hero with too little to defend. That is Shameless's victory. And I feel like it was just it was a game that was weird. So I'm not going to say this is easy. I'm not going to be like, oh my god, Hero, why don't you just do something? But I do feel like this was Shameless being like, you know what, this is my plan, I'm going to go for the plan. Whereas Hero might have been a little more stuck in like, okay, I really need to figure out what's going on in this game before I decide what I want to do. And that this hesitation, it really killed him. If he had decided without information, because again, there was that gap of hallucination, if he had decided without information to go for like a 2-base, 4-gate with a proxy gateway, 5 gates, I guess, attack, it might have worked. But, by the time he decided to go for that attack, it was already pretty like there was no timing that he was really hitting that was taking advantage of anything. And then that was the terrible attack that didn't look like it did anything. 26-2 between them? Damn. As I said, Shameless has taken on the Titans, the Korean Titans that appear in these tournaments, but it has been over years. All right, that's why I'm like, every once in a while, Shameless comes in and defeats a couple of Korean Terrans, Korean Protoss. You don't expect them to, but it's over a very long period of time, so he's not coming in here as the newest you know, Korean killer, I guess, which we haven't really had to use that term in quite some time. But I guess some of the ones that he does defeat aren't really hero. They're either more the beyond. Why am I not remembering the controls for changing? I feel like once upon a time, 100%, it was Control-Shift-X to swap. And then at some point, the mod made it so that it was just Control-X. Minor stuff, but it's annoying me. In the top right of Washout, I couldn't go with Wipeout. We can't play the song Wipeout when we do this. In the bottom left, it is Shameless. Did I even finish that sentence? Top right, it's Hero. We got a very, very early probe from Shameless. So I do want to track that. That is exceptionally early. Only a single gas coming down for Shameless, actually, so this is going to be for some scouting. Hero, he tried the one gateway. Shameless does that on a second gas and a second gateway as well, just second gas is later. Who's gonna come out on top timing-wise? It's such a minor difference. You know, if Shameless had never added on that extra cast, then there's a lot to talk about, but he did. So the minor difference, I wonder, is just going to be who has the second perfect build and who doesn't. Oh, I'm watching this like a hawk. This is like actually what I'm going to watch. It's just how this gas is used. Because otherwise, we are getting that identical PvP opener. Although Hero has added on a pylon. Shameless's probe going for that supremely early scout. Probably wanted to get information about whether it was a one gate again or not. Did see that it was two gateways. Did see a lack of second pylon. I was going to try and find it, but it's kind of in the clever place, you know, the place you'd least expect it, right through the middle. And I guess the probe scout does just go through here anyway, so it is off the scouting path, but still in the middle. I mean, they both are obviously doing slightly different builds. I'm going to stop paying attention on that gas. Robo is coming down for Hero in proxy. We can say it's in proxy. It's closer. And Shameless does not know about it. The probe, however, manages to sneak on in just to get confirmed no Nexus. Because it's very possible that was just the pylon. And the Nexus coming down. You didn't trick me after all. But he's even going to get into the main base. No Nexus. No technology. It's proxied elsewhere. Is it a Robo? Is it a Stargate? Maybe quite uncertain on that one as he sees Adepts open up. Two Stalkers just popped, and I think they killed the probe, so he knows about that too. Shameless would love to find the pylon, but since he hasn't, now you're in danger territory of finding it as the Immortal pops. He's actually in super danger. Ooh, this is really aggressive. I mean, he doesn't know the Robo's there, so the Immortal can actually help, so he's probably thinking there's going to have to be a decision made. If the Robo's down here, what do? Right? You don't bring it all the way back to defend this. Fortunately, he does not get caught. I don't think the Immortal even got a shot off. Quick reaction. He was babysitting his Stalkers. And now he knows approximately where that Immortal is, right? That was a very quick reaction from it. He doesn't know exactly, but kind of has an idea. Unfortunately, while that was going on, Adepts did manage to slip on by into the main base, killing what is probably going to be 8 probes. Maybe 9. Nah, shield battery's helping out on that left side, and Hero is now focusing on the Stalker fight. It is going to be 8 probes, but that's a very good kill. Very good kill. I can't believe that he was up by 5 probes, by the way. So he's only down by 3 now. That's good. The surplus giving him equal footing after, you know, the Adepts got in. That's all right then. Warp Prism brings in a couple of units, but there's more than enough for Shameless to defend an attack like this. Does lose the pylon, gets a little supply block. The first Immortal, sorry, for Shameless is out. So clearly Shameless responded to the aggression, right? Once his probes got no Nexus, no technology in the main, he knew it was going to be aggressive. Not only by using his Stalkers the way that he did, which could have gotten ugly, but he didn't, but by also going for his own 1 base 3-gate Robo. And when your opponent does the same thing, especially in this mirror matchup, it's just very difficult to actually say you can do anything about it. Some amazing micro can sometimes win you the game, but that's not going to happen when you're forced to go up the ramp into your opponent's base. It's not supposed to happen. And so it's not. Like, at this point, Hero really is just trying to take advantage of the fact that he does have a Warp Prism and his opponent does not have Blink. And that is a pretty big advantage, actually. Shameless doesn't die to a proxy Robo shenanigans, and that's usually a great sign, but because he doesn't die because he one base, it's more like, all right, once again, who decides to make the next move? Last time when things reset to one base versus one base and then two base versus two base, it was Shameless who I would say made the first move, made a very strong move in getting that Forge. Hero is the first one to make a move, economically. Grabs the Nexus. Adepts just scouted that. Shameless now has to make a decision. I mean, I feel like his decision already was going to be for the attack, as he did not grab his own Nexus. And now he really has to go for the attack. There is no awkward waiting around here. You need to stop this from rewarding itself. As soon as you start mining from it, as soon as it's providing, you know, a shield battery, energy recharge, there we go, like, then you're already pretty screwed. So Shameless has got to go for it. He is supply blocked currently, only one more pylon on the way as he is dealing with the Immortal Zealots in his main base, and they just went right for the pylons. He's supply blocked and he doesn't have access to additional gateways. Excellent move here from Hero, but he will have to potentially sacrifice his Nexus 100%. He is willing to sacrifice his Nexus. He is doing a decent amount of damage back on the other side, however. Hero is going to be forced to retreat, picks up the Immortal at the last second. He would love to be... Oh, I was going to say he'd love to be able to actually ferry everything out. Instead, he loses the Immortal, hopes to grab his opponents. He barely will. He should. No, what? He should absolutely get this Immortal. I cannot believe he didn't get it already. He should definitely get it. There we go. Nearly missed. I mean, if there's a shield battery, he nearly missed out on killing that. Thankfully, there was no shield battery. Woof. It was one of the things targeted from an earlier Warp Prism drop. Oh god, things are once again all types of weird. As Hero, what the hell? Where did that come from? Who put that there? I don't even know. Maybe the Robo rallied that there because the army was here and then it got found, I'm guessing. I don't even know. Hero was allowed out of his base because Shameless recalled all of his Immortals. So now Hero is potentially threatening a counterattack. Both of them still have a Warp Prism, by the way, which means that there's just so many shenanigans that can occur. Being able to attack the main base, being able to target down pylons and important buildings. Once you get Blink, this is theoretically not supposed to happen as reliably anyway, but no one's going to get to Blink. This is not a game we're getting to Blink anytime soon. Hero grabs a Nexus, but he also is reinforcing on the front lines. He's looking to attack, but it is going to be the founder's advantage for Shameless. He already has one more Immortal. He's about to pop out a fourth one. It's 4-2 as Hero's Immortal obviously is going to have to crab walk its way across the map. Shameless has Adepts going into the main base. Oh, Hero was able to get a pylon up, though, in time, and that'll actually alleviate a lot of his worries. I was going to say maybe he could go back to attacking, but this is absolutely an engagement. First, I'm not even sure Hero really wants to take, and then second, you have to be paying attention to 100%. Micro is going to be king in this battle. Third Immortal does join the fray here for Hero, but the fourth one also for Shameless. Force fields abound. Good lord, there's so many force fields. Was Hero's army entirely sentries? What the hell? And both of them dealing attacks. Both of them coming out with the Immortals intact, but Shameless has that little bit of a supply lead. He's got those 2 extra Immortals, and that's really it. I mean, that's the biggest issue right now, is Hero also about to lose one more Immortal. He force fields to try and save the day, but the force field of Shameless comes down as well. One less Immortal for you, but then Hero's Immortals once again on the offensive with a couple of Zealots, and the probes have been pulled to try and take care of this. Oh, Lord, the slaughter. Oh, Lord, the slaughter. Shameless has got to go, man. He's got to go. It's turning into base trade territory. Oh, sentries are being warped in? No probes will escape. That is what he was going for. Absolutely 0 probes will escape. Well, okay. What do you even do at this point? I guess you target the Nexus. They can't warp in anymore, surely. They're completely broke, and that is 100% the fact. Shameless on 5 minerals, 0 probes, cannot rebuild. He has to win with this attack to take the 2-0, and I just don't see that happening. Trying to walk up the ramp while some of his army was also attacking a Nexus. I mean, he does have those Immortals, though, and that is key. His own army was so healthy. The 4 Immortals can tank so much of what Hero has, because Hero doesn't have his Immortals back at home. that they actually just stood their ground. It's still a very close army supply as finally Hero gets that recall back in. Now the War Prism juggling happening on both sides. Hero also going to lose all of his probes, but he has some in the bank to replace them if he can manage to get rid of this army, but it's not going to happen. The Immortal count reigns supreme. Shameless, going for more Immortals than his opponent, is going to win him this game. They are too healthy. They got the barrier, they got the health, they got the shields, they got the Warp Prism Micro. Absolute king in these battles. And Hero's cleverness, the pseudo base trade, the main base harassment is not going to win him game 2. Shameless busts his way up the ramp and gets the 2-0 to move on to the finals. How about that? Yogi Garrett, thank you very much for the 91 months. Yeesh. It's getting hot in here. It's getting exciting. Was Stefano the first Korean killer? That's a good question. I don't think so. But it's hard to remember that order. Huh. You know, I think that the first Korean, like, obviously there's been people who we thought could take down the Koreans, and they kind of mostly failed, like in Idra. So, you know, he doesn't really get the credit. But then there's the moments like Jinro going to Rana 4 GSL. QXE's all kill. TL. I mean, Stefano was pretty early on, though, for sure. And then I think he was the most impressive one. Like, he did it for the longest period of time. So now everyone's going to drop down to the lower bracket. Beyond vs. Classic, I think it's just a best of 1. Yeah, so that should be over pretty soon. Then lower bracket finals, Hero versus the winner of that will be a best of 3. Got another cat. What you looking at me for? You're cute. Nothing special beating an old man. How old is Hero? 30? Ah, it's 33. You're so old. Shameless is still young, too. His birthday's also in May, May 11th. All the cool people are born in May. Roddy's gonna have his birthday stream in a couple days. It's our birthday weeks. Me and Roddy share birthday week. Kitty bit. You guys like his little nubbin? He's got a nubbin. Classic's out of game. I do not see Beyond online, so I'm guessing he quit pretty quickly. So what does that mean for us? Another PvP? All PvPs from here on out, actually. Terrans are dead, Zergs are dead. Yes, it is player versus player after all. I mean, I think PvPs are generally entertaining. I do think you can get too many PvPs. I'm not that crazy. But I do believe that PvP is one of the funnest matchups in StarCraft. It's a better matchup to have all the time than like TVT was. Or even ZVZ. But it's lasted way longer as being the dominant mirror matchup. So you can see why people don't like it. All right, bets are up. This is a best of 3 because it is the lower bracket finals. I haven't cast a TVT or ZVZ in a long time. But I'm going to go ahead and assume not much has changed. Another PvP, best of 3. Top right, it is Hero, who lost out 0-2 to Shameless. On the bottom left, it is Classic, who also lost to Shameless. That was a 2-1, though. So both of them potentially getting revenge in the grand final. They'll have to defeat Shameless twice, however, to give that lower bracket, upper bracket, you know, advantage thing. And I believe in both of them, but I believe also in Shameless having one of his runs. As I was saying in a previous best of 3, he didn't catch it. Shameless occasionally just goes on a run. Every once in a while in these open weeklies, he defeats a bunch of really big names. But then he would make it to the finals, and you would face usually a Clem or Max Packs. And that would be where the road ended. And, what was used to be a best of 5 as well, and the previous iterations of these weeklies, you know. And he just, you know, he would even get 3-0'd even after an amazing run leading up to that point. But there are no Clems or Max Paxes in this tournament. They just didn't sign up. So if he really is just, I don't know, having a great day versus Korean Protosses, well then good news. It's the only option he has now to face. Hero has a probe hiding around. I believe that is going to be for something very legitimately proxied, not just a pylon. Very purposeful indeed. Defender's Lab's got a lot of places to scout, and Classic begins his scout on the left side. It's gonna take him a while to find Hero's right side proxy. If he even does. Classic did not go into the main base with the probe. He doesn't know there's a missing pylon. In fact, I do wonder if this is partial scout, partial... Well, no, the second pylon's already at home. Yeah, no, there's no way he's going to be proxying. So this is just a scout. This is just a... I don't really want to try and scout the main base, which is going to not give me complete information anyway. A missing pylon isn't a lot of information in PvP. But I'm going to try and use it to scout in general, and maybe I'll get lucky. Fortunately, so far, is not getting lucky. But in terms of luck, I think this actually is him going for his own Stargate. If he goes Phoenix first, if it's Oracle versus Oracle, things are going to get really weird. Probe. Probe. Probe! I'm not going to scout. There are just so many places that this could have been. Whether it was a Stargate or a Robo. I mean, the Stargate could have been here and here and here and here. Robo could have been here, here, here. It's all over the place. Adepts do meet in the middle. That's, again, not too much of a scout, really. Classic tries to build the pylon block so that he could cancel his own, right, to let the Adepts through. But then Hero does counter with a double pylon block. Now that is 50 minerals wasted versus 25. It's actually not even going to be wasted so much. He does use that third pylon as an actual, fourth, I guess, as an actual pylon. And then he can block his opponent's Adepts shades with his own shade. And if you didn't know that was possible, now you do. The Adepts don't block each other, but the shades block each other. There you go. He's got to be... Got to be very careful with it. Another side of things, we have Stalkers warped in for Classic as he walls off with a total, just a big old gateway. And he adds on a Phoenix first, as I'd said, and going for a Stargate of his own was good fortune. Like, he didn't know it was a Stargate of his opponent's. But then he opts for a Phoenix opener. That is amazing. Just kills that Oracle ASAP. And he's already winning the Phoenix battle. So really, Hero can't go into the Phoenix battle. Classic will win the opening trade here. Strategically, I suppose. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he's winning, right? I mean, we look at this actual supply, and it is Hero with a bit more in the way of army supply. That is Adepts. That's not the most impressive army. Phoenix have a lot more potential, but there's a couple of what-ifs. Yeah, okay, just go ahead and cancel that Oracle. That's not going to work out. Classic eventually figuring out where the Stargate was, sending his Phoenix over there to make sure there's no sneaky deek Oracle that would keep his Phoenix at home. You know, it surprises you. It kills 6 probes, gets out, and the Phoenix are like, oh, I guess you have to stay at home. Doesn't worry about that anymore. And like I said, is 100% going to win any Phoenix war. There's just no way that Hero could possibly be going into it. Classic should figure that, because he saw no Phoenix. And again, just have a field day with the Phoenix. Their potential is sky high. They can do so much, including but not limited to actually killing probes. Nexus do come down for both players, but Hero's Nexus is way faster. One thing that's, you know, Phoenix cannot do is kill a building. Adepts can't really kill a building too fast either, but they're still a little scarier. And so Hero gets away with that, but he will lose that army. One Adept manages to survive. Classic not stopping on the Phoenix production, by the way. Really wants to use this to his advantage. And it's going to take forever for Hero to get to a Twilight Council, because he didn't go immediately Twilight Council. Like, Blink would be done. It wouldn't be too much of a problem, but obviously that's not the case. So he wants to take advantage of that very late Blink. Oracle was built, which I find very funny. Like, Hero's really trying to get that sneaky Oracle in, you know? It's not working. No, it's not working. Classic gets a whiff of it and recalls his Phoenix. That does mean they're, again, not going after probes. They have not been able to fly by, kill 3 probes, and fly out like Classic would ideally want them to. But they have killed a couple of investments, so that is certainly something. But Hero's just trying to... His aggression and his suiciding his units is rewarding him in a different way. Keeping Classic from actually using these Phoenix for anything other than territory guarding. While still also managing to build up a fearsome army. Yeah, it's not Blink, but it is slightly bigger. Well, it was slightly bigger anyway. A couple of shield batteries should make this a hold. One shield battery will have to be canceled. That was killed. The other one, Ditto. That one is canceled at the very least. Phoenix... they're going to go for first in the depth. One Phoenix falls. Now they're going to pick up the Stalkers. Probes are pulled into this, and he was already farther behind in the probes. I mean, he's actually super far behind. Hero somehow managing to both pump out probes and army while suiciding oracles to 0 effect. Classic perhaps over-investing into Phoenix. Maybe that's the problem. He didn't need as many Phoenix as he got, 6, to do what they did. They were supposed to, again, be able to run through the probe count and kill him very early on in the game. They never got to do that. So maybe that's the problem. Hero now... Oh, well... yeah, Hero's gonna take that battle, isn't he? I assume Classic had the same hotkey for his Phoenix as his army? Is that why that happened? Very odd. Immortal does arrive, and this fight wasn't as one-sided as you would believe. Like, you just watched Classic completely not paying... I mean, they both were paying attention, to be fair. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. Classic is still down 12 probes. Classic is still way farther behind economically. His Phoenix are... They have not been as useful as they should have been, I think. And now they're really not useful. What are 2 Phoenix going to do? Maybe help out against Dimensional Warp Prism, but is Hero going to ever bother building a Warp Prism? Well, he doesn't even have a Robo. So, no. They'll probably try and lift like a Sentry, maybe. Take that out in a fight. Speaking of Warp Prisms, actually, Classic does have one. Continuing to build up his Immortal count as well. Just drops out 2 Adepts. That's all you need to one-shot the probes. And the potential, 6 probes going down here? I'd say it's pretty worth it. Classic absolutely 100% needed to tear into Hero's economy, and he does. 7 probes went down. Could have picked up the Warp Prism, but there's a reason why he wasn't. He was defending back at home. Hero went for a Hero Blink by the looks of things. Got force-fielded off. There were shield batteries and Immortals waiting, and that did not look particularly pretty. He lost, oh god, he's lost 14 Stalkers. I know there's been a trade there, but a bunch more just went down. Things are not as simple as it would appear. At one point, Classic being down 12 workers. Now he's ahead by 1, but he is still behind an entire Nexus at this rate. Looks like he's going to grab his own, but it's, yeah. Heroes is basically done. PvP is continuing to be interesting. That 1 Warp Prism doing a lot of work. Still alive as well. Blink is done, so it's not supposed to get too much more. But you never know. Sneak in at that right time. And then Classic, I think he did a very... Like, if there is a step-by-step guide into how to make the comeback happen, Classic did that. First, defend on 2 base with the shield batteries and Immortals against someone who's going to be able to nothing but Stalkers. 2, get something harassment on the other side of the map. Both things happened wonderfully. The harassment did a lot more than maybe it should have. And then the defense went way better because Hero, by the looks of it, went for a Hero Blink. Didn't quite catch it, but I'm going to go ahead and guess. Doesn't always work out that way. Sometimes, the Warp Prism does absolutely 0, and then Hero doesn't feel like he has to do the Hero Blink, I guess, because that kind of happens simultaneously. And then you're just shit up behind. The Nexus being done and already saturated is still a big boon for Hero, and Hero is going to get faster into the upgrade because Classic is not bothering with upgrades at all. He's adding on a bunch of gateways and resonating glaives, and is going to be going for, an all-in on 3 bases, but still like a very dedicated attack. And this is kind of a classic PvP scenario, I suppose. Usually, the game's been so wacky for 11 minutes. It's more like a +2 timing, perhaps, but yeah, +1 attack. I mean, Resident Glave's also coming out for Hero. What does Hero know about his opponent? He hasn't seen the third base. He does have some spotting units, so he figures an attack coming. Might figure. I go ahead and guess at the third base. And then seeing the way that his opponent has built up thus far, I'm going to go ahead and just be predicting the Adept attack. It's not the most common attack in PvP, but it absolutely is a thing. And then, I mean, you could try and just overwhelm with, Stalkers, like out-micro them as well, get very aggressive with them and kind of control the flow of battle, them coming across the map. That's not what's happening. I guess you could go into charge lots and just hope, again, you mass more. But that... It seems like a riskier way to play. And then you could also try to fit in a Templar Archives and go for Archons, which would help. But you have to fit those in, have that much gas, too, when you're only on 3 gases. And if you get more gases, you have less minerals. And it makes more sense that just to do the same thing as your opponent. But he also could have just been planning his own Adept attack, because that's absolutely what it looks like it was. It's just both of them doing the same thing, the same idea, and been passing each other like they did. Unfortunately for Hero, Classic gets to this side of the map first. That's a good sign to winning the base trade. But Hero does have a little bit more army supply and that +1 attack advantage. But this is full-on base race. This is who kills the last building first. Probes have escaped off to the left for Hero, but the Adepts are on the chase. Where are Classic's probes already pulled away and not being chased? That could be critical. Classic also has enough for a Nexus and a half. Hero has enough for a Nexus, but his probes are getting slaughtered. And then Classic's probes, his other probes, manage to find Hero's probes to help out. Hero desperately trying to get away with some amount of probes. Literally just 1 is what he needs. He's down to 10. Somehow they do manage to escape, run back to the army. They are going to swap positions by the looks of it. Every bit of infrastructure destroyed for both parties. Classic gets faster to the rebuilding of the Nexus. He has more probes that he's been able to save, so 35 probes will eventually saturate a base, that's for sure. Hero is going to have only 4 probes. Okay, some were tucked in the main or something like that. He's only going to have 4 probes, so whenever he does rebuild a Nexus, it's going to be way slower of a build-up. Which really means that he can't do that. This is not going to be some type of weird reset where they both get a Nexus on each other's side of the map and then rebuild their pylons and gateways. Hero especially going to have to force the issue, as I think he might be aware that he just did not kill as many probes. He had nothing chasing the probes down. They definitely got out some way. And he doesn't know if there's 34, there could be 20, there could be 10, but definitely more than him. So the clock is ticking for him. Kind of. I mean, it's a very slow clock. Classic has to rebuild the Nexus, rebuild, a dozen pylons, and then rebuild gateways. But still, even a cannon, even a shield battery could be huge. And that is exactly what Classic went to first, mindful of this eventual scenario, him having to defend this one base. And what can he get to the fastest to help him? He can't rebuild units fast enough. He can't get to a shield battery fast enough. He can get to a cannon pretty fast, though. I love that, but it still might be too late. Adepts do rush in very, very fast. A lot of the other army pushed away by the force fields, but the Adepts are doing some serious work. Cannon's still not completed. Probes will have to be pulled in here for Classic. He is trying to hold on, but against this upgrade deficit, it's going to be tough. His own micro is starting to fail a little bit as he's lost an Immortal, almost losing the second one. A Phoenix desperately helping out, and it does. It helps him down an Immortal of his opponent. It takes 1 more out of the equation. It helped. God damn it, that Phoenix helped. And things are awfully close, too close, in fact. Hero at even army supply was supposed to win this fight with the upgrade advantage. Now is losing the fight as he falls down 4 army supply. But he's got a Warp Prism, and his opponent does not. Please keep the Warp Prism alive. There we go. Okay, we're good. Or sorry. Warp Prism with 2 Immortals is pretty freaking good, folks. Like, I still kind of believe. Can't believe Classic won, but I guess the probe pool is really quite helpful. The cannons helped out. That Phoenix actually took out Immortals from the fight consistently. And then Hero goes and takes a wild path to the right, force fielded off, and loses even more of his very limited army supply, and now my belief is plummeted. I'm not as much of a believer. This game, by the way, we could have Hero actually rebuild to a certain degree. Eh? He's denying the mining. It's 8 probes to 3 because Hero hasn't rebuilt. I mean, Hero could be rebuilding right now. He's totally tunnel visioned on the micro. I do not blame him, but actually Hero could be rebuilding. Hero could be up to 3 more workers in a pylon at the very least, and building a gateway potentially. Like, honest to God, like he actually could be at that point. And instead, he's letting his probes mine, but he's not doing anything with them, which in most of these super, super low econ scenarios, it's because you really are dead in the water. Like, you either won right there or you didn't, but this is close enough. That is lack of rebuilding for half a minute, like that. This could have been a second avenue of victory, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, his first avenue is out microing his opponent. It's not really happening right now. The second avenue could have been trying to rebuild while also, again, microing. You know, you can't stop the probes from mining anymore. Maybe you can get this pylon. Forced to recall, though, as Classic did send a couple of units across the map, and not only forced to recall, wanted to recall. Like, now we can chase this down. Classic, uh-oh. Making a bit of a mistake. He obviously wanted to go find his opponent's Nexus and kill the probes that were producing. But with that Warp Prism and Blink, not that you blink 2 Stalkers into an Immortal, but still. You know, Hero has the advantage when it comes to chasing down an army. Like, Classic, I think he has a recall this time, so this is less risky than what he just did. And it's not enough to really kill the Nexus. Probes pulled away. Here comes the Immortal. Now the probes can be pulled into the fight, although not the best. Immortal takes so much damage. It gets killed! It just taking damage. It just taking hull damage is already bad news for Classic. I think we're back to that first avenue of victory. I think we're just back to Hero out microing his opponent. I totally sympathize with Classic, though. He probably thought that he had to do something. Well, because again, he didn't know that Hero wasn't macroing. He didn't know for a fact that Hero only had 4 probes to begin with, and that Hero was not rebuilding those probes for a good minute. So of course he felt obligated to go and check things out and see what he could do. But I think that might have killed him. And a game of information. It can be such a heart-wrenching decision. You look back on the replay and you're like, oh my god, I was actually ahead economically. And now these Immortals, like before they were up against 2 other Immortals, so I mean you really had to be careful. And you kind of just, it was literally a mirror matchup, you know. Just, there's not much you could do against them, even with Warp Prism Micro. But now it's 2 Immortals to 1, and that just makes it so that you absolutely can out-micro them. There you have it. GG's. Hero. I mean, I thought he was going to win. But the way that he won, not expecting that one. GG's. Yeah, unfortunate base choice for Classic. Now, it made sense, I guess, as far as to where his probes ended up. It was a healthy base. I mean, there's tons of other healthy bases to choose from. And it was so desperate mode. You're not really thinking. You're thinking of where can I put a base that is safe, as in away from the army. And that was, you know, that was away from the army, that's for sure. But you're not thinking of, well, if it becomes a micro game, can he attack behind the minerals? But that was unfortunate. How many kills on those Immortals? Oh, I should have checked. You're right. I mean, I'm not even sure how many kills. It probably was impressive. Those Immortals were there from the first big battle. Thank you, Draver. Is Apollo okay? Yeah, he's fine. He was just on my lap a second ago. He seems pretty healthy. Still runs around like a kitten. The vet said that he had the teeth of a 3-year-old. He is getting up there in age. Me and him. Apollo's 13. Alright, I had to take a second. In the bottom right, he is up 1. It is T1's Hero. And in the top left of At Eternity's Edge, it is Classic. who really mismicroed. I don't think it'll matter. But if there was a matchup that it mattered to have one probe not mining and the other one go and actually place the pylon, so 2 probes not mining, and one of them with the minerals in their mouth, it would be this one, because the action starts so quickly and it's so limited in unit quantity. So, you know, you lose 1 unit when you only have 4 units, that can absolutely snowball. TBT, if you have, you know, 7 Marines against 8 Marine, there's just so much more that can happen. But losing 1 Stalker because it was not backed up by the 2nd Stalker because it was 50 minerals later. Of course, I'm kind of exaggerating. I don't think it's going to really matter, but I am surprised that he did make that mistake. That was weird. Anywho, both going for 2 gateways. How did that last game start? All right, Hero went for a proxy Stargate. Classic went for a Stargate without knowledge of what his opponent was doing, but I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of knowing your opponent when it comes to these, like anyone in StarCraft at this time, right? Like all the pro gamers know each other and they face each other constantly because there's not enough tournaments happening where you can blow off the European tournament. Now all the Koreans are playing in these tournaments, right? But it's PvP. And there are so many options in PvP that even though you kind of know your opponent's preferences, it's also a new map pool, so it's not like you 100% know that they always place the proxy Stargate there. Like, it's always a bit of a gamble, but he gambled correctly. At least it looked that way, because then the Phoenix weren't actually as good as they looked like they were going to be. It was all types of interesting. Now Classic is going to be the one proxying. I mean, that is a proxy right there. That ain't no wimpy little proxy way back here. And Classic, he's gonna get away with it. Hero does grab a Nexus, but then also goes pretty quickly into his own Robo, which I like for his position. He does know there is a missing pylon of his opponents, but further confirmation of the lack of Nexus, he's getting the picture. It's like, okay, this is serious. This is actually being proxied, but like, what is it exactly, and where is it exactly? But this is going to be better than a Twilight Council. You put down a Twilight Council thinking it's a total macro game, and Blink's never going to come out. Charge's never going to come out in time. An Immortal could come out in time. Helped out by a shield battery. Helped out by a couple of the force fields. Hero could hold. Nexus obviously going to be done, so he's going to have a recharge in his pocket. 2nd shield battery on the way. Hero with a couple more probes too. But he really just needs a Chrono. That's really what we're talking about. Chronos on the Robo. Immortal shows its face. Now 100%. Hey, that was a proxy Robo and pretty damn close at that. First shield battery is going to get targeted. That's okay. Did its job, and a second one is about to finish. Adepts threaten the main base, but you don't necessarily want to keep that Immortal alone, do you? So they do not shade there. Guardian Shield plus Shield Battery plus Recharge. Very helpful indeed, but that Immortal not quite going down here. Picked up, microed, but that is all the time that Hero needed. Now his own Immortal is ready to go. And Classic is looking like he's got egg on his face. This ain't looking good. But the tournament hopes on this proxy all in, and it's not working thus far. Hero still with a 2-worker advantage. Oh boy. But more importantly, the defender's advantage. Stalker checks and it's like, that's where it is. Okay. Roger, and you're definitely still warping in and waiting to attack me. So Hero has no misconceptions about how this game is going to go. Does lose the Stalker that was scouting, but that's still okay. Hero then emphasizing a Warp Prism, not a 3rd Immortal. Definitely a good choice. That Micro is going to be way better. Can also track his opponent's Micro with it. Classic hoping for a big mistake like losing an Immortal. Or maybe letting a Pylon. Well, it's double Pylon now. Let's say depowering all these structures could be big too. Even depowering the Robo for a little bit, could be good. It's gonna go after a Stalker instead, but not quite get it because the shield battery in the main helps out. And it's not quite over, because, I mean, the supplies are super even. Classic could win a battle, as the Warp Prism of Hero is out of position now, and a couple of force fields tear apart a couple of sentries and an Adept. There you go. I'd say it's more about Hero making some mistakes, and that was one of those mistakes. Adepts now going into the main base. Two of them going to go ahead and shade pass. I do like that decision. Warp Prism once again not in the front lines. Force fields are looking to stop the attack, so that's why he's doing this. He does have an alternative plan for dealing with Classic's army on the front door, but this Warp Prism's really got to be a part of the fight if it's going to happen. And there are no more Force Fields, no more Guardian Shield either. The Shield Battery is out of juice. 3 Immortals versus 3 Immortal. 4 Immortals. Classic might have just done it. Might have pulled Hero apart too much and saved his chances in this best of 3. 100% Classic now tripling the arm supply of his opponent. That's what it took. That's what he did. And Classic is going to bring us to game 3 of this PvP. Hero probably shaking his head. He knew how it could go poorly, but it's not like you can ignore the Adepts. I mean, maybe you could have to a bit more. I think it really started with the Warp Prism seemingly looking for the other Warp Prism because it was so far out doing nothing. And then his army moving to look. I think that's what really killed Hero. The Adept shading through and still having the Warp Prism not be a part of the fight. Like, that obviously didn't help, but I feel like it was the first two things. And it just, you just shake your head, because the Warp Prism didn't have to be that far out of position. Chasing your opponent's Warp Prism just has no benefit to you, really. Or whatever he was planning on doing. And then I think we've all been in that position where we're like, I'm just gonna look. I'm just gonna check. I just one step, just 1 foot over the line. Nothing bad can happen, and then your brain gets blown out, alright? Like, it's terrible, you die, force fields are good. Protoss is a cool race. All those things. I'm like triple checking in my brain that is game 3, just because game 1 was so... Back and forth doesn't even really describe it. It's more than back and forth. It was like a snake. It's like snakes going through like a puzzle or something. Asia Gris, thank you for the 15 months. Hey, a new map. In the top right of Sanctuary 3. I guess there is a Sanctuary 1 and 2. It is Hero. In the bottom left, we have Classic. So we've been seeing all the new maps from TLMC. The official TLMC tournament happened a few weeks ago. And then I think 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, they started using them for the Open Cups. Because, yeah, the old map pool is getting kind of stale. This is the first time we're seeing it in this particular cast, Sanctuary 3. Seems cool. I like the lavender palette. Lavender. The open space in the middle. How big is that wall off? I guess not that big, actually, looking from this angle. Very straightforward. Seems like a fast rush distance, sorry. A short rush distance. As both actually do what probes usually do, which is scout. And they scout that forward-placed gateway. And what really determines if you're going to forward gateway in PvP, basically whether or not the natural has a ramp. Basically. The thing is that it can have a ramp and then no one ever does it because that's the meta, that's the players, that's the way they want to, whatever. And then sometimes, like a Max Pax for sure, would show us that he would do it even if it doesn't have a ramp. Less so nowadays. But then when it comes down to the low ground gateway versus low ground gateway, there's a little bit more of the mind games that happen as far as the usage of your chrono. Although in this case, the Classic has straight up got a faster Nexus, because there's also the micro games in terms of blocking out a pylon or not. And Hero did not block out the pylon, got the faster dynamics core, but a much, much later Nexus, and kind of feels like Classic already got the advantage. I mean, Hero chrono probes, I believe. Could do it again. Let him do it again. So we'll have more to transfer when it finishes. I was like, that is the opponent's probe, right? Yeah, Hero's still looking around, trying to get the scouts as he goes into a Stargate. Classic has free scouting. And they both do until they actually get a ranged unit. And finally, an Adept pops out. Classic still not getting into any type of technology, was waiting for the 150 gas to grab his own Stargate, and there it is, but it is an entire Stargate behind. Is that the length of the rush distance? I don't know the rush distance. But let's just go ahead and say it rounds out to be about that. So hopefully by the time this Oracle is chronoed and sends across the map, Classic will, well, first of all, have like a Stalker or two. And then second of all, have a Phoenix. If he even goes for a Phoenix. So he was able to place on a pylon and would, I believe, get some scouting the fact that this was transition. It was first a Phoenix, I believe, and then it was an Oracle. So I believe he saw that. And he's going to get a second glance at it anyway. So he knows it's an Oracle on the way. He could go for his own Oracle and then depend on Stalkers to defend. But with an Adept also in the main base, potentially a second one, I guess that's a bit risky. He's going to go into a Phoenix first. Hero follows up his Oracle with a Phoenix. We could be going into Phoenix Wars. No, we are not. Just kidding. I take that back. Hero adds on a Twilight Council. So this Phoenix from Hero, I mean, it could actually make Classic think that it is. Oracle grabs 7 probes. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's worth the death there. Gets the scouting, sees Phoenix, sees another Phoenix being built. Hero's 1 Phoenix, like I said, like it might... Classic has to be very careful. Well, first of all, he's going to lose his own Phoenix. That Stalker being there to help out is big. So, but he also, again, he needs some way of scouting that Hero is or is not going into a Phoenix game. He can play a Phoenix game against a Blink Stalker game. But I don't like the lack of information to kind of, start to already figure out how you're going to play that game. But yeah. Yeah. And the more that you kind of hesitate to use your Phoenix, because one just died, Adepts are still bothering you back at home, and if you miscalculate your opponent's Phoenix and you overcommit, you just die because of their range and shooting while moving. Thank you, Jeff Bezos, for the 100 bits. Still need to fix that. Anyway, and Crow Dance for the 40 months. What was I talking about? Sorry, the more that you do not attack with the Phoenix because of XYZ, the more that they're going to get to blink, and they're going to get to a critical mass of Stalkers, and you won't be able to do anything with the Phoenix. Not quite there yet. And we actually had Classic using the Phoenix with a squadron of his own Stalkers. So this is a bit of a power spike moment for him, but he's going up a ramp, and it's potentially Defender's advantage. Picks up that warping in Stalker that was slow warping in, by the way. Probes are pulled, but very awkwardly around we go here. Hero has also had 2 gateways in a robo depowered. 1 gets repowered, Observer gets repowered, but it's not an Observer they necessarily needs. I guess it doesn't matter because at this point he is going to hold. Phoenix run out of energy, no proxy pylon, no warp prism. Defender's advantage eventually does allow Hero to live. Woof. Now, that was a pretty important moment there. If Classic had just tried to show up with Phoenix and said, oh no, I can't do anything, and ran away, I think this would be a much more awkward game. He actually gets some damage done. He trades out on the army. He certainly delayed Hero going to a third base if that was Hero's plan, which I believe that it is. He's got 4 gateways. Yeah, third Nexus come down. And so he gets his own Nexus just that little bit faster. He still is going to have to try and catch up on Twilight Council technology, though, and that's still a bit of a concern. Scoutsy Justice with a gifted sub, and then 100 more bits from Santas. Thank you. Fortunately, this game isn't as action-packed. Shaping up to be, as I was mentioning, I think Hero favored. Even though his Nexus is a little bit later, he has 6 more probes. He has that blink technology. The Phoenix have kind of run out of time to be truly relevant. And you can see that Classic, even a little maybe scared of a potential counter, didn't know exactly what his opponent's infrastructure was in the main base. Because if he had done that attack as 4 gateways were not yet done, loses the army, and then 4 gateways and a Warp Prism pops out, like, he could have been in trouble, 100%. But he isn't. The 2 shield batteries are still made. Now, both of them are going to go into Resonant Glaives again, and just the way that last game went, I think it's just that this is the plan. They want to go into Resonant Glaive attack, both of them. Not so much based off of what they scout of each other, how the game is gone. Maybe how the game is gone, but still. There is some scouting happening from Hero, though. That Observer, certainly helpful, sees everything, sees the makeup of the army, so might be assuming that Blink is on the way. I certainly would. It's actually not. It's Resonant Glaives first. And then sees how strong the army is. And it's protected by 2 shield batteries. Only 1 pylon, though. No Immortals in the mix. Where are those Immortals? There are 2. Oh, I couldn't tell. Sorry. But now there are 2 Immortals here. Still looks like a good opportunity for Hero. He's got Blink. He's got Resonant Glaives. He's got +1. This is a very good timing for him. Classic, what does he have? Defender's advantage, and that is kind of it. The Phoenix will try their best to help out. Maybe threaten the Warp Prism. Maybe crowd control the Immortal. Even adding on a cannon. A couple of Adepts also looking to bother the probes and the natural. But here we go. Adept Shade in. Phoenix do go after the Warp Prism. Initially, they are still going after it. Adept Shaded in. The Stalkers blink forward, grabbing the Immortals of Classic. Classic down to 1 Immortal and very little else. Yes, the Warp Prism will die. But look how much Hero won that battle by. GG's. Hero wins 2-1 and will advance on to the finals for a rematch against Shameless. Hello, Zergling. Thank you for the 104 months. EG Cast, hoi. Thank you very much, Lord Lingo, as well. Thank you for all the birthday wishes, everyone. Well wishes. I think it's time for another Orzo, not Orzo, Orzo is a pasta, Uzo shot. Orzo is also very good, though. Our 2 love StarCraft 2 and Kato are Hero and Classic. StarCraft 2 and Deadlock. Playing Deadlock later. StarCraft 2 and Cats also work. Glaive, Zealots not used in PvP. Zealots are definitely still used in PvP. But there is a particular timing for a Adept attack. That's what we just saw 4 times, technically, in this best of 3. I would say coincidence. I can't say that with 100% certainty because I haven't been paying attention to the meta shifts. Maybe this is the meta right now, and everyone does this all the time. I don't want to invent pasta shots. Yeah, problem with that is that pasta doesn't have much taste, right? So it just soak up the taste of the shot. And it's not really the purpose of mixed shots. Hey, thank you very much, Roll Habit. Was Laguna your favorite? It wasn't my favorite player. It was my favorite character. Nor is that my favorite song, but it's, you know, it's top tier either way. Thing is, I had like a bunch of different Final Fantasy VIII alerts when I played Final Fantasy VIII, and I just had that one on for some reason. Or I'll have it. The 5 gifted subs. Now that is deserving, but not the only reason I'm doing the shot legally thanks to Twitch guidelines.
Induction port. Emergency induction.
Why am I doing this to myself? I don't have to be drinking this. I don't like licorice.
Emergency induction.
Scoutsy Justice, 1,500 bits. 1500. Happy birthday. Thank you very much, Scoutsy Justice. That's why. Because their bit sounds are different depending on the amount of bits. I reverted back to an old profile of alerts because I was bored with my boring robotic voice sound ones. Uzo. Solomon Valance, happy birthday. I thank you very much to Cinnabon. I appreciate it. Who won, guys? Hero won. Let's put that prediction up. Let's put up a best of 3 prediction for this finals. Uzo's good. It's better than Jägermeister, but I'm still not a super big fan of licorice. What was that 1500 one? What did that sound like again? I forget which sound effect, which song it was. Alright. Okay, this one's Ifrit. I'm reattaching all the GIFs I've made. Somehow they got detached. I don't know why. And then the big one, Cerberus. I have a Shiva one too, but I don't know what for. Alright, I fixed my bits. Ah, that's the Shiva one. Getting, waiting on TKL's confirmation of the rule. I don't see why it would change. Maybe because of the lower bracket, but that would still be... You should still get the advantage of the upper bracket guy, which would still be Central West Central. Have cake. I am gonna have ice cream cake. Regular cake's okay if it's like with buttercream icing, but regular cake with regular icing is meh. Have I had Malort? No. Never even heard of it. 1 hour, 20 months till birthday? Hey, that's a good point. Time zones. Flavor of root beer is from wintergreen? Or sometimes spearmint? That is crazy, because I thought... My brother really likes this candy that basically is root beer candy, but it's got a different name. And it's not like root bark or something. See, and say root beer flavored candy just give me root beer candy, you know, but that's not what I'm getting at. That's not root beer. Birch. Oh. Sassafras. That's what it is. Sassafras. Yeah, sassafras candy. So I thought that's what root beer is made out of. Or sarsaparilla? Candy. Alright, there's a PvP going. I promise I'll look in a minute. Anyway, let's put up everything we need to. There we go. The top left of At Eternity's Edge seems to be a favorite map of the new map pool. It is Hero. And at the bottom right, going for a very quick expansion, it is Shameless. Shameless was able to 2-0 Hero. Excuse me, in the upper bracket finals. Pretty convincingly, too. And now Hero has got a chance for revenge, but he needs to defeat Shameless twice. That is to say, in 2 best-of-3s to actually win the tournament. My birthday plans for tomorrow, me, my family, and I are going to Korean barbecue. That's what my family do. Korean barbecue. Despite being born on May 5th, I do not actually do any sort of May 5th stereotypical celebrations. No Mexican food, no sombreros, no tequila. One time I did celebrate my birthday with tequila. It was basically forced upon me, and I ended up drinking like 12 shots of tequila and had a really terrible night. Back when I was a young lass. Almost 10 years ago at this point. Alright, so 1 gateway expand from Shameless. Hero did not scout this. Super important here. I believe... Wasn't it the opposite when they played? I feel like it was the opposite when they played. And then Shameless went for a really quick scout. Probably to check if Hero did it again. But yeah, if you figure your opponent could 1 gate expand, going for a quick scout can give you that option of either saying, okay, I'm going to respond to this by macroing, or by attacking. If you never scout this, you don't have those options. You think it's a regular PvP where you're just like, okay, it could be a proxy. Okay, it could be like a 1-base attack. Like, what's going on here? And instead, Shameless is just macroing. By the time Hero actually... Well, here he goes. He finally figures it out. Like, oh, shit. Like, it could be too late to actually do anything about it. There's downside to not scouting. No, obviously his plan was to scout eventually. But, if it was a 2 gateway, sometimes a scout is as good as lack of a scout, you know? Just with how much information is hidden in this matchup. But in this case, like, he would have loved to have gotten an early scout. 3 shield batteries, only 1 pylon, though. 5 sentries. He's just going to be able to force field away the first attack. That's his plan, I guess. But this is not a Robo 1 base. This is a Twilight Council, and the blink is almost done. I'm not sure Shameless has seen the growing number of stalkers. I don't know if he knows that it's blink. So speaking of scouting, he did not see the Twilight Council. And that, if his plan is to buy more time with force fields, well, you just blink over the force fields. Now, is that blink going to be good? It might be, actually. Like, the sentry's just going to tickle. All right, this is better. I mean, he now knows, I think, you know, what the deal is, how the attack is really going to go, which means that he does have to worry about being attacked in the main base. He does have a shield battery, but only 1 pylon. Once again, as the stalkers are distracted by the adepts, the 1 pylon goes down. Oh, God. Shameless, completely caught unaware, forgot to check his perimeters for that blink up. Even though he saw the number of stalkers, maybe he still didn't see blink. Yeah. Now it's awkward. Now he moves his entire army over there. He does have enough energy for a recall. He is mindful of this, kind of like that checklist you need of any type of all-in. Keep energy on your nexus, and he does, but loses pylons again. He is supply blocked severely. He is production blocked. He's got no shield batteries on his side. This is about as awkward as Hero could possibly make it. Now he goes for the throat, looking to win the game. The probes have been pulled. The probes have been killed. The shield battery still not impacting, but here they go. They're online, and they are going to be a tremendous help as Shameless barely holds on. He then moves 1 step too far. 1 little step is all it took for him to be force fielded away from the shield battery range. 13 probes have gone down. Shameless would still be ahead economically if he manages to hold, but he's only down to 7 stalkers. His opponent has 6 with blink and sentries and adepts. And now we got a bunch of internet problems. That isn't me! Woo! We're good. It is unfortunately Shameless, though, which isn't ideal. My guess is he is actually going to DC. Even if he doesn't, we're going to have to pause. I don't think is whatever internet hiccups he's had is the reason he died. It never helps, though, of course. You know, there's internet problems that literally occur when you're trying to micro, and you're like, well, that is why that died. Let's restart. And then there's internet problems that just get in your head, right? If you're playing on high ping, if you're rubber banding, if you're dealing with stutters, like whatever, then it just gets in your head. And that is still impactful, but just not enough to warrant a regame. Or recover from replay, rather. We are gonna... I guess we'll have to see what Shameless says. Shameless might be willing to give that one up. It was pretty far gone, and like I said, I don't think it was due directly to the internet interference. Hero's gonna assume that he wants to resume from replay. Which is... I think we are. It really depends on Shameless. One of those Shameless pylons had the Wi-Fi. I'm a fast writer. Did I write? Oh yeah, I just asked for an invite. I am a fast writer, it's true. If only writing 130 words per minute actually was valuable for any work. Well, first we have to actually hope that Shameless's internet does recover. I'm curious where they are going to recover the replay. I imagine... Because we started getting a little bit... Maybe at the attack on the... I mean, it was even kind of happening before those sentries died at the force fields. But I don't know if that was enough to, warrant recovery. And I didn't see any discussion about where to recover from, so I'm guessing Hero just recovered when he dropped. Yeah, seems to be the case. Alright, so here we are back into the game. Shameless, still believing that he's got a shot. It's to recover from replay, but it's hard to say that he actually does. He's down 7 probes, yes, with 2 Nexus, but he's also down half the army supply. Oh, with 4 shield batteries. Well, make that 2 shield batteries. It's about to be at 0 shield batteries if this pylon is once again targeted. Which, yeah, after trying to target a stalker, he now goes for. And there you go, no shield batteries, so... Totally fine for the recovery from replay, obviously. totally within his rights, but it was pretty over by the time he actually dropped. So Shameless will go down a game in the opening best of 3, but he not only has another game in this best of 3 alone to recover, he has an entire other best of 3. So shouldn't really be too worried yet. Probably pretty frustrated with how that went overall, because there was probably some internet issues affecting at least his mental during that game. And then the same thing happened to Hero in a previous best of 3 PvP, where just one of those games you're like, I think I know what's going on. Here's all the things I've done correctly. Oh, I went to the right and I should have gone to the left. Shit. Oh, I should have pulled the probes and paid attention to the perimeter blink. Doi. And he did some things absolutely correct. The shield batteries was correct. The recall energy on the second Nexus was correct. It just... the maneuvering that Hero did really created complications. So now on to Washout. In the top right, up one, it is Hero. In the bottom left, it is Shameless. We are playing on the North American server, Central West Central. So unfortunate news for Shameless. Not only did he lose game 1, he is now on an even worse server. Which, you know, to me it gets kind of weird, I guess, when it comes to... it's like Russia, I mean, obviously most... isn't it like most people who live in Russia live on, like, the very west of it, right? There's just so much of Russia that is nothing. But it is kind of funny just because Russia also goes way over to the east. But anyway. West is worse for Shameless and better for Hero. So he's got to come back. I think he can. He really showed great PvP against Hero in game series number 1, sorry, the upper bracket finals that they played. Shameless tried to start things off with a bang, an economic bang, which is the go for that 1 gateway expand, and since he was not scouted until the Adept Scout, that seemed like a pretty good start. Was unable to do all the things to actually complete the win. He's not going to do it again. Second gateway does come down. Second gas for both players as well. See how one or the other mixes things up. Because we've seen like 9, I don't know, 9-ish amount of PvPs today, right? It's been a lot of PvPs. None of them have been straight up macro. Like 2 gateways into a second Nexus into a third. No. Pretty sure. One person's at some type of disadvantage. They're trying to recover. One person proxied first. Something. It can happen. Could be a totally normal game. Even with the likes of Hero. But it just hasn't happened thus far. Oh! Do you think Hero noticed? Do we think Hero noticed, y'all? Shameless doing some shameless tactics. Proxies a pylon in his opponent's base. Now, this isn't nothing if it's found out. Losing 100 minerals and being supply blocked, most likely, because you're not going to have a backup pylon at this point in time. It's really early to waste 100 minerals. But if it works, I would say it's like medium risk. Like, it does suck to lose this pylon if it's found out, but I would say like medium risk, high reward. And the longer the pylon goes without being detected, right, the more that you're like, it's going to be gotten away with. And if it is scouted before it's done, you can always cancel it. That's not nearly as much of a loss. Although still lost time on not being supply blocked. But this has been gotten away with, 100%. Hero did not realize what was going on. Now, Shameless is going to use this to 4-gate. We're not jumping back in time to 2010. But he is eventually going to use this to warp into depths. And that will be quite a surprise for Hero, who's like, where's the warp prism? Hero expands. Shameless does not. Shameless has 2 gateways and a robo being built in his main, although now he expands, actually. Okay. A little surprised. I thought he was going to attack. He loses a Stalker. Deb successfully chasing everything down. Now they're going to chase down another Stalker by the looks of things. And funnily enough, what looks to be a great boon here in the pylon, which got scouted, by the way, really had 0 impact on this game. Yeah, Hero, I think he realized it. He saw that Oracle turn around on the minimap. I think he's like, wait a minute, that's a pylon. He's already going over to deal with it. Adepts are trying to be warped in because Shameless also realized he was scouted. But it's been a waste. Waste of the Adepts warping in. Technically they get a scout, that's all they do. Good on them. And then a waste of that pylon. Adepts get into the main, a Oracle is already here. Oh, that was the second Oracle being built. And this is, oof, you just forget about this best of 3, don't you? GG next. Shameless was convincing in their first best of 3, the upper bracket finals, but he wasn't this dominant. Hero is... yeah, there you go. GG next. You gotta let this one go. You gotta let the whole best of 3 go. Fortunately, you have another best of 3. So maybe the mental can be reset here? Wow, no one really believed in Shameless, even though he was the winner coming into this. How rude. Yuck, yuck, yuck. The shameless puns. Alright. Another best of 3. This time it's the true decider. Whoever wins this best of 3 just straight up wins. In the bottom left, it is Hero. In the top right of Blackrock, it is Shameless. This is another new map we haven't seen yet in this cast. Pretty normal stuff so far. Some destructible rocks right there. Blackrock is a Warcraft 3 thing, so we are seeing some Warcraft 3 models being used. That's always cute. And I suppose it might look something like the actual map Blackrock in Warcraft. I don't know, I don't remember. But it's obviously also like a World of Warcraft place, and just part of the lore, and yeah. But that's neat. That's neat. It is a pretty large map with a lot of bases. Single gas here, but no rich minerals or gas that I can see. Doesn't look that way. I do still have the TLMC up, so Blackrock. By Avex. The all low ground battleground is full of twists and turns. Trees are line of sight blockers. Cautious of the sparse untinted grass and rock towers. I mean, so it seems like pretty basic, you know, in line with like Warcraft. Called Warcraft. Considering how many people always say, you know, Warhammer equals StarCraft, I think there would have been a crossover at some point. Maybe both companies are wary of allowing that. Any validity, especially because it's not right as far as StarCraft, and people say it was supposed to be Warhammer. That is not correct. 2 gateways versus 2 gateways. However, Hero decided to go for a little cute thing and not put his gateways on the front. This gives you a little bit more in terms of minerals, because your pylon, your probe, they have to go back and forth all the time. And it also can be just kind of a gotcha if you are not experienced with this and you think, oh my god, now I can go for adepts, and those adepts will win the game. Not true. If that was true, then literally no one would ever do this. And for a while, literally no one did, because everyone was like, okay, no, we definitely have to wall. But that's changed. Probe got to see that it seems like a very intentional nexus. And it's all 2 units. It's all 2 gateways, yeah. Has not seen the Stargate, though. So Shameless does have a sentry. Hallucination is available. Yeah, there you go. We'll know that it's a Stargate. Last game, the end of that best of 3, was not pretty. Oracle showed up without his knowledge. He did not scout the first Oracle, scouted the second one. And Adepts were there too, and it just was all types of ugly. This should be a lot better. This is a more appropriately timed scout. He denies the Adepts into the main as well. And what is Shameless going to do? Well, I'm guessing a Twilight Council. I mean, by crossover with anything, you're talking, you know, not actually making Kerrigan meet some guy in Warhammer. You're talking about like an overlay, like they do have for Warcraft. Warcraft has a StarCraft 2 UI overlay. There is a pylon here for Shameless. He is going to go in that Twilight Council, but he's also going to provide some aggression. Still only on 2 gateways. He hasn't added any more, but you don't have to. What can be the difference maker is consistently warping in with the gateways. If you're trying to think about the next macro step in PvP, you often skip warp-ins. In this case, maybe Hero did, but he also was investing into these oracles, which aren't necessarily the straight-up fighters. Although in this case, it's still a low enough unit count that they are helpful. They're just not the end-all be-all. They're not like an Immortal or even a Void Ray, which do a lot better against these Stalkers. 2 Oracles ever are available, and they could threaten to drive by the probes of Shameless. That's the kind of gamble we got going on here for both parties. Shameless does stick around, decides to go after the Oracles, take him out, but then he's going to lose the Stalkers. One of them was hallucinated. It looks like Hero recognized that. So we're shooting the very real ones first. And Shameless's attack, well, it doesn't look like he did a whole lot, but remember, it did kill an Oracle. And he does have a 5-worker lead, all while really not being that much in danger of truly being attacked here. There is no shield battery, so Hero might engage, especially if he thinks he can get his Adepts to sneak on by. Shameless is on top of that too, leaving some Stalkers in the main. And a probe. Stalkers to be in the main because the Oracle. 1 Oracle did survive. But yeah, good split. Well aware of a... Again, it was a potential that like something could... It was never going to be big. It was never going to be big. Hero isn't really looking to go for an attack, at least not right then and there. He is adding on a gateway. Shameless's pylon sees that no 3rd base is intended as of yet, unless it's a triangle base, which I guess it could be on this map, so don't take that with a grain of salt. Shameless will want more information once he thinks he's gotten a handle on his main base. Adepts go in, Oracle goes in as well. Prioritize that Oracle, it's going to kill things much faster, although the Adept's still pretty good at it. Plus, it costs a lot, so if you could kill it, that'd look nice. 7 probes go down, giving Hero that 4-worker lead. Still even on the army, however. Robo coming down for Shameless. Forge for Hero, who is going to be pretty far behind in the blink, but considering how close this game is, I don't think it's going to be a problem. Destructible rocks? I see. Okay. Blocking this off. Shameless forgot to plant another pylon, so does get a little supply blocked. And it is kind of painful. He might not be wanting to warp in units right now, but he'd be wanting to make probes. So that is a true supply block. That lasted a little while. Shameless did such a great job in their first best of 3. This is the third best of 3. But it does feel like the second best of 3 just was such a drive. It was a blitz. It was such a blitz. He didn't have time to recover. The internet issues certainly didn't help. And now it feels like that blitz effect is still kind of hurting him. He's making some mistakes he wasn't in the first best of 3. Not enough to lose the game, but just little things. Third Nexus for both players around the same time. Charge coming out a lot faster for Hero. Shameless. What is your technology going to be here? We saw a lot of those Resident Glaives attacks. I'm kind of feeling it. But he's not researching anything. He's getting a lot of gateways, though. Gateways over Forge. The hallucination from Hero is going to see that. It saw the Spy Council wasn't researching, and it sees the gateways being added on. So even though, yes, there's a third base, there's other indications that they're not going to just sit back on the third base and macro. Those would be it. So Hero should be the one a little bit warier. I mean, if Shameless were to never attack anyway, Hero still gets the advantage because he's going to be so far ahead on the upgrades. I feel like this is the reverse situation of a game they played in their first best of 3. Okay, even though I was like, Hero might need to be careful and play defensive, he's a fourth base. And you know what? Whatever. He might be totally willing to cancel it. I think you have to. Shameless is going for the attack. Or maybe Hero really thinks that he has that much of an advantage. He's going to be able to take advantage of the choke, at least for a little bit, but he does not have the 2 Immortals that Shameless does. Is that +1 going to be good enough? Blinking forward to take out the Guardian Shield. Now Shameless, the one with the Guardian Shield and the Immortals, which are just ripping and tearing through the Stalkers of Hero. He did not have to take this 4th base. He did not have to take this fight. He did not have to lose this game. I am confused. All I can say is that Hero does occasionally do this. To me, there's a lot of things that scream that Shameless is going to attack him. And then not only that, Shameless literally shows up, and it's not like Hero was forced into the fight with a bunch of force fields. Like, he could have been like, oh shit, that's a lot, and then evacuated down south. Nope. Zealot's only just now making an appearance, and not many of them. The Immortals are going to get targeted down, and Hero finally comes in with his own, but there's still so much more for Shameless, who has killed a 4th base, is about to kill the 3rd, has taken the worker lead. Yeah, Hero, he kind of heroed this. The negative connotation for that one. Hero's an interesting word, because when it comes to the Protoss StarCraft 2-player hero, it can be both positive and negative. That is what makes Hero fun. That's true. You never know what you're gonna get. And this, I feel like it's gonna do wonders. Like this, I feel like this should have been more of a brick wall that Shin was going up to after already losing a best of 3. And he was gonna go up against Hero just defending with superior upgrades and be like, oh, you know, then he's on his last life. And then he goes on to West server again. That just, to me, seems like that would be a 0-4. That would be Shameless just not able to ever recover. Instead, Hero does a Hero thing. Shameless gets the win, and now he's got a little confidence going into the West server game. Exactly, I am confusion. It is such a great video. America, explain. Honestly, you could use that lady's quote for a lot of things America has done. All right, I'm gonna bring in something totally unrelated to the cast. Are you guys ready for this one? Big trucks. Like gigantic trucks, the ones that are taking over. The ones that are like inherently unsafe for pedestrians. Like you cannot see in front of your front. I know cars. Real quick, though. Let's see here. Bottom left, Hero, down a game. Top right, Shameless on Sanctuary 3. There's a thread where people are complaining about it because the guy parked poorly. And then there's a lot of people who are like coming into the defense of gigantic trucks. And they're like, yeah, I use it for work. And, you know, but I would never park like that. Or, you know, I make sure to use a different car when I go into the whatever, right? My confusion for this big truck thing and people defending it is just like, how has humanity ever lived without gigantic fucking trucks? Now, I'm not saying we all gotta use horses again, but I am saying that it feels like from the creation of the automobile to approximately like 2005 or 10 or something, people who use trucks for work were able to use trucks for work totally fine without them being gigantic fucking sized. Ditto on like so many other countries not needing gigantic fucking trucks. And this is why I can never take anyone seriously when they're like, no, I need it for work. Now, I know some people are going to be like, no, it actually does help because you have to take, you know, half as many trips if you're loading a bunch of shit. And I'm like, I don't care. I really do feel like they are a blight on society, and I fucking hate them, and I judge anyone who buys them. The gigantic fucking trucks. So if you're one of those people, unsub right now. Anyway. Okay, we got some interesting development, because it is Sanctuary, High Grounds, Gateway. On the natural is possible. Hero, this time around, does manage to get a block on his opponent. Ditto, like they both have blocked each other, but this is, well, of course, Hero didn't go for a low ground, but he did still go for a 1 gateway. He did still want to expand, so it's important that both of them delayed the intention of their opponents. Shameless continuing to do so while having to actually complete a zealot to kill his opponent's harassment back at home. And while you aren't building your Nexus, you do need to start worrying about what else you need to do here, and it's going to be Stargate from Hero coming out very quickly. I guess Shameless just really delayed his gas. He was supposed to get a much, much faster Nexus, and now his Nexus is similarly timed, but he doesn't have the technology that Hero does. That is very unfortunate. I was going to say he's got to do something, and perhaps this was always the plan, to go for a faster gateway explosion than expected over technology, but I mean, yeah, he definitely has to now. 64th Amendment right to run over grandma. I am absolutely a truck hater, 100%. Don't even. I'm shameless about it. And of course, at the end of the day, I do truly believe that like 95% of the people who own those trucks do not actually need them for anything, even for work, even if they do hard work. But the 5% of people who do, who are like, I completely use it and I put a lot of shit in there and it halves the amount of return trips I need, I still am like, I don't think you're helping. This is a net negative for us. Anyway, Proxy Gateway also coming down. So this is a 4-gate off of technically 2 bases, but remember, Shameless's Nexus way later than Hero's. It was way delayed. So Shameless is very all in at this point. Hero knows that he's all in, and Hero is trying to get what he can to defend against this. He did pop out an Oracle, but there is a shield battery, so best he can do is a stasis trap. That's what he's going to try. Shameless is on top of it. No worries. Still 3 probes. It's annoying. But more importantly, still having time to get a Void Ray on the high ground. I mean, this is why you would typically expand on high ground, so that when someone decides to attack you, you can say, well, I might be a little behind, army size, but I got this wonderful wall. Not a wall in this case, but I got this wonderful ramp to defend on. I don't know, though. Already one prismatic alignment used. Second Void Ray comes in, however. There was a chance, maybe, the Void Ray could have taken hull damage. I don't think it would have gone down, but now both of them are going to have prismatic alignment again. Thing is, it's not quite so much as an all-in as I was making out to be, actually. Like, Hero did completely stop probes to accommodate for the attack, knowing that it was on the way. So you create one of those scenarios in a mirror matchup, which can look very odd. And there's still some problems here for Shameless, because while he is at okay probe count, the problem would be that he has no technology on his side. So Hero might not really use 2 Void Rays for very much offensively, but he's got an Oracle, and that Oracle is actually quite helpful. Stasis traps defensively, offensively, potential worker kills later on, down the road, and Revelation. All helpful things, whereas Shameless, he's still, yeah, finally gets a Twilight Council. Yeah. As, you know, just to also maybe caveat a little bit. It's not really a caveat, it's just further explanation. I also really hate how car-dependent America is in general, so I'm just a fucking American hater. I'm one of those liberals. And the whole big car trend is not making America decide to do less investments in car dependability. This might just be the push to win the game. Let's talk about those Void Rays maybe not doing very much, and, well, I was thinking harassment-wise. As far as just pushing up the middle of the map and winning the game, well, they can do that. So that was the main problem of Shameless rolling out of this all-in. It wasn't the economy. It was his total lack of technology. This Stasis trap's kind of funny at this point. And that is game. Hero Shameless will enter into the very final battleground, Game 3 of the second best of 3. How do you hate freedom? Fucking freedom. Which is just, it's perfect, because there is a car commercial. So when I go to make dinner for my family, every day I do it around 5 o'clock. And so I'm able to watch Young Sheldon, which I actually think is quite a good show. I don't like Big Bang, but I like Young Sheldon. I get to watch it for like the hour or so it takes dinner to be made. And so I also watch commercials, obviously, at that time. And there is a commercial. There's 2 commercials. They're both like the same commercial, but there's different cuts of it, you know what I mean? And it is so infuriating, because of course it's getting to July 4th. And we already have, you know, advertisements for July 4th sales. And when it's July 4th, it's always like, America. And so it's a Ram commercial, I think. But it's trucks. And it's like, back in 1776, America made a promise. In 2026, we kept that promise. And I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean? What does it mean? What promise? And it's the stereotypical, like, super guy voiceover and flags on the back of the trucks they're showing. And I'm just like, God, this is so embarrassing. Secondhand embarrassment. Ugh. We got the final. I think this might be the only map we haven't seen. So I think we've seen all of the maps in the ladder map pool for this tournament. I'm not sure. I'll double check. Rorschach. Bottom left it is Hero. Bottom right it is Shameless. What happened in 1776? Yeah. So we haven't seen Fear and Faith or Void Storm. Okay, so there are 2 maps we haven't seen. But now we've seen every other one. I mean, clearly everyone knows what happened, but what promise did we make? Is it, I mean, I don't, like, the most I could give this commercial is that we didn't want taxation without representation. So we didn't want taxes, and I think maybe the ad is that you don't have to pay taxes on the car. Like, they'll like, compensate you the tax amount or whatever, I think is what it's going for. But that's just really, like, convoluted shit. So we got ourselves a U-shaped map. I always like to see this in a map pool. And a proxy pylon from Hero in the center top, where there is a gold base, although they're limited on the minerals. Looks like a healing shrine in the middle. I love that. But we're not going to get to see it. And then a half gold, on this base, which you do have to go all the way around to get to, so you're not going to get this until much later. Shameless goes for a 2-gate. Hero goes for a 2-gate. Hero's the one with the pylon and the probe, still waiting around. It is going to be a rowboat. Last time this happened between the two, Shameless kind of picked up on what Hero was putting down and went for his own rowboat. And created a fun game. Let's see if he gets the same feeling. Nope. Even if he is very aware of the possibility of a proxy robo or even proxy Stargate, he's not going to go for his own robo. He's going to go for a Stargate, which is a valid response. I mean, you don't have to. If you think your opponent's going for a 3-gate robo all in, you don't have to also go for a 3-gate robo. But it can be a little... It can be a little risky, basically. If you say you get this, you're like, I can fit the Oracle lane, it'll go across the map. It'll get some amount of damage done, especially if Hero doesn't realize this is on the way. But I won't have any additional technology to defend against the incoming Warp Prism and Immortal. There's the Oracle. Hero has not gotten any Scout. So far, he's seen a single Adept and then 3 Stalkers, which, you know, it certainly doesn't scream Stargate. For Shameless, he's gotten a couple more Scouts on the lack of Nexus, so he really knows that it's going to be an attack. And now this Adept is going to see the Warp Prisms. That's actually really big. It still could have been a Stargate, first of all, but then second of all, it could have been an Immortal first. You know, the Robo's here. And now that he knows the Warp Prism, he can position his Stalkers for the initial attack better. Eventually, the Warp Prism will be alongside a bunch of army, and he can either, you know, drop stuff off on the main, or he could try and attack up the ramp. Either way, Shameless is going to try and expand here. He gets a shield battery, and the Oracle does fly into the main base, but Hero wasn't ready to move out anyway. Has the Stalkers at home, deflects the potential Oracle damage, and deals 5 probes worth of damage himself. However, Shameless once again had like oversaturated. So even though he's losing some more probes, he's ahead by 3. A little bit of limited ads from social media consumption. Me too, for the most part. That's why I was very like emphatic that this is while I'm cooking dinner and have the TV on. I don't bother putting like Netflix on. I just turn on whatever's on my TV. So I get to hear this obnoxious commercial. Oracle's going to try again. At the very least, he's going to get a Scout, actually, which he does need to determine if this is going to continue being an attack or if Hero's opponent expands. The sooner you Scout either or, the faster you can respond. In this case, Shameless scouts it about halfway done. If he does go for his own Nexus, take that into account. That's not the end of the world, actually. You know, the way that he could still choose to build probes, chrono probes over anything else, could still give him an advantage. So it's not like he has to throw in the towel and just all in for his last hope. Phoenix had been produced clearly that helped take out the Oracle, so Shameless without the Stargate unit, literally the only unit he made out of it, it does feel a little... It feels a little useless, but keep in mind if this game had gone a different direction, if Hero had been going for the Immortal version of the attack, if he had continued dedicating to an attack, that Oracle could have paid off, because then Hero's not going for his own Stargate. But Hero did, which... I should actually just focus in on that. This interesting follow-up for him. But I guess that... Yeah. I mean, it's not the first time I've seen this as a follow-up to this type of game, so it's not mind-boggling. It's just... So I was wondering, is it worth it to try and add on these Phoenix? And at the end of the day, there's one thing that Phoenix will do. It will stop Warp Prism shenanigans. And there have been a lot of Warp Prism shenanigans in these PvPs today. Hero vs. Shameless and Hero vs. Classic. And then if they do manage to get a couple of probes, they're going for the harassment, then great. And then an Oracle shows up too. The late Oracle, the 6:30 surprise Oracle grabs 7 extra probes, was it? And it escapes? Hero's drunken kung fu mastery of PvP is really working out right now. Shameless doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know what line of thought to follow. It does feel like Hero kind of leading Shameless. You know, one of the games that Shameless won in their first best of 3, it was him leading. He made a good decision fast, and then Hero was the one playing catch up. And now Hero's the one that, you know, obviously it's a good decision because it's paid off, but he makes the decision to go into Stargate kind of after this interesting opener. And that has actually done a lot of work. And the Warp Prism of Shameless has looked awfully useless this entire time. So Hero seems to have gotten a read on Shameless since that first best of 3. Shameless isn't totally out of this game yet, but every minute that goes by, he's in a worse and worse situation. I do like that he just gone into charge here. Trying to play into Blink at this point feels bad. Blink is... It's always weird to say that because Blink is almost never bad, truly, but... It would be so late and so unhelpful. It's not going to really help you with the map control because you are behind. They're just going to have more. It's not really going to help you against the Stargate units, because at this point they've already kind of fallen off, and you should have other defenses. But Charge, having something different that is way more of a punch, like this is what you're hoping is going to win you this final game, is a Charge, Archon, some Immortals, right, push off of 2 bases. And that has some potential, far more potential in my opinion, than if he had gone for Blink and tried to catch up on the 3rd base, and then tried to catch up on the probes, which I think he would have done, but then there would have been other losses. It would have taken him longer, obviously, to catch up, and then would have had less army and been totally defensive without really a say in the game. It would have been ugly. It still might be ugly, but Shameless is giving himself a chance by being the aggressor. Hero has already... I don't know if it was a misread, but he's already played a game oddly versus a telegraphed attack, and he could do it again. So this is actually a pretty good bet. That Hero is going to continue delaying this push with this obnoxious Blink Stalker micro. Finally decided to just skedaddle, get out of there. Probably didn't need to recall, but recall's out. That is confirmation to Shameless that he will no longer be harassed and he can finally move across the map. But it's not a short map. It's going to take him a couple seconds. Hero is absolutely, he's definitely seen this is on the way. Like, this is what I said last time, though. But no, this really, really, really seems like a position he cannot lose. He's not grabbing a 4th base, weirdly. He's already got a 30 army supply advantage as opposed to, like, the 10 that he had in that one game. He's got a very similar army. Yeah, because his charge is done. He is missing +1, but only for 10 more seconds, so... Straight up, Hero, he just can't lose this battle. I'm saying it, that is a fact. He cannot lose this battle. Stasis Trap further supports that fact. Yeah. Shameless not quite getting the ball rolling the way that he did in the first best of 3. The only game he won was really more on Hero than anything else. GG's. Hero gets revenge. He will win the Monday Night Weekly number 50? Number 50. Well done, well done. Yay, that's StarCraft. We did it. We played the StarCrafts. Well, we watched the StarCrafts. I don't know about playing StarCraft. That sounds kind of dangerous. But I am going to BRB, and I'll give it a thought. Maybe we could play some. I'm going to get some whiskey, and then come back, and I'll have decided, so... Cat time! cats think the whiskey is for them, clearly. I didn't say nothing, cats. It's on you. Thanks, guys. Alright, I am gonna play a couple of games of StarCraft. But they're gonna be team games. Because... woof! Playing a 1v1 in this economy? For old time's sakes, yeah. I wish you could also choose to play all types of team games. You know, like a button that includes you in the queue for 2v2, 3v3, and 4v4.
Induction. Emergency
Yo!
induction.
Hot damn, Rexter92, not only with a 19-month resub, but also 10 gifted subs. Hells yeah.
Emergency induction.
Thank you. I need to turn off the repeated subs when that happens, but we'll enjoy Tally's drunkenness.
Emergency induction. Emergency induction.
Emergency induction port. Oh, I'm changing the settings right now and it's already updating. What should a gift sub be? Oh, I got a game. I'm gonna be playing this game while also micering. Whoa. Why is that in a different size? Fucking Zerg!
Put some conventions
I can't play this race.
You haven't got the minerals for that. Get more minerals. Be industrious.
Yeah, it's May 5th in Europe.
You
It's a
need to
true
dig up
birthday stream
more
now for
minerals.
y'all. Nope, not that one. Wait, how do I... Where is the... Shit. That ain't gonna work out timing-wise. Alright, doing this while also trying to look for a sound
You
file.
haven't got the minerals for that.
Some, extra difficulty. Ah, it's that one I want. Although I also have these. Which you guys can't hear. I uploaded all these from Final Fantasy 2 and 3. Do I have... Battle on the bridge? No. Why do I have Final Fantasy 1 though? Oh! Macro. Macro! I did it. Oh no, wait, I also wanted to make it so that it doesn't...
Assuming control.
The Roddy Raid, thank you!
The Queen has emerged.
Welcome everyone.
The Queen is ready for her coronation.
Oh my god, he's cannon rushing, I haven't paid attention. Oh my god, speed is good.
Morphing there.
Good thing he doesn't need help cannon rushing.
We need more overlords to do what you will.
Oh, that's what I want. When user gifts at least one. Damn it. I'm trying to figure out the setting that it's like, you know, you only play the multiple gifts at once, not 10 times. Someone gifts 10 things. Anyway. This is my first StarCraft 2 game in
Make more
months.
overlords, or keep fidgeting.
I think I just rallied an overlord into something. Thanks, Raid. It is my birthday already in Europe. So, it ain't a lie. My birthday is May 5th. It's May 5th, many places. Whew. Thank you. I'll be playing a couple games of StarCraft, and then I'm gonna play some Deadlock. This is a placement match for my 2v2, so thankfully I think they're not very good.
It looks like it's done evolving.
Roaches would probably be a
Enemy
safe
raid on our
thing to do, though,
forces.
instead of
Be
speedlings.
pragmatic. You need to dig up more minerals.
Thank you. I'm drinking some whiskey.
Get more minerals. Be industrious. Our allies might lose that.
Yeah,
base.
boilings. Oh god!
You need to dig up more minerals. Get more minerals. Be industrious.
Thankfully, they still haven't cleaned up all the cannons. Thought they weren't going to go for that.
The enemy's moved on an allied base. You're low on... You haven't got the minerals for that.
Who needs creep?
Get more minerals. Be
Not this third
industrious.
player.
You haven't got the minerals for that. You need more energy. Find us.
Not even
Our
actually
army's in a
anything.
skirmish.
I want to see what your technology is. Let me in. Here's a
Your
lair.
force is under attack. Take control of the situation. More overlords are necessary. You need to dig up more minerals.
Oh, they're good enough to know that Ravagers can kill overlords.
Not enough energy. Enemy raid on our forces.
Oh no.
Be
Did I
pragmatic.
build 2 fucking roach warrens? I have no idea when I did that.
Enemy has ambushed
Look,
our
okay, it's
drone.
fine. I don't need a third base. Can only assume he meant more banelings.
Spawn an overlord. Mineral patch has been strip mined. Your force is under attack. Take control of the situation. Evolution complete. need to dig up. More overlords are necessary.
Hello? And here I was prepared to try and micro. Well, thank God, right? Guy was definitely gonna kill me.
A fascinating moment in Zerg evolution. A mineral field is depleted. I hope you get more evolution complete. Impressive.
They absolutely just exploded on the eggs. Yes, that's exactly what they did. But you have to actually target them. Like,
You haven't got the minerals for that. You need to dig up more minerals.
hard to do that accidentally, actually. Infestors!
The enemy's begun hostility.
Oh, God. This guy's going into technology?
Mineral field is out. Claim another.
What's the hotkey? What am I doing here?
Enemy raid build it on forces. I don't care how it matters. You haven't got the minerals for that.
This is good Zerg play.
More energy. Find a solution.
I'm back up.
Fascinating
Roach Warren in case he
The
gets
queen
sniped.
is
Prepared.
ready for her coronation. Get more minerals. Be industrious. A mineral field is depleted. I
Cool, this
hope
guy has
you
an army.
aren't- Why would you? That'll work if you plop it on a pile of trees.
Upgrades! Upgrades are a thing.
You need to dig up more minerals. Your allies could use backup. They might return the favor. Their position has emerged.
I'm on it.
The enemy's begun hostile.
Oh, yeah.
Get more minerals.
We're rolling now. That's a lot of mutas. I wondered if this guy was actually massing mutas this entire time. Thankfully, Archons are good.
You need to dig up more minerals. Our allies' base is besieged.
Oh, bird infestor. Who's this guy think he is?
They're engaging the drones.
There's no way back there, right?
Our army's in the skirmish. The enemy's confronting our allies' forces.
Oh my god. Banelands!
Your force is under attack. Take control of the situation. Drones under attack. My condolences. The enemy's in our base. Pay attention. Our allies are in a bind. Again.
Oh, there's a thing there.
Mineral field is out. Claim another. Our allies might lose that base. The enemy has begun hostilities. You haven't got the minerals for that.
Whew, Gauntlet Wizard!
Mutation is-
They get 53 months. Ooh. Oh, it's so much more difficult looking
Your
at chat while
force is
doing
under
this.
attack.
Oh, hey, I did something with those lings. Woo! Totally forgot about them. Did you go after my spawning
The
pool?
enemy's confronting our allied queen.
No. Fucking blind, that's right. That's all.
Allied forces are under attack. Do what you will. Our army's in a skirmish.
This guy doesn't need my help.
Your allies could use backup. They might return the favor. We need more.
Oh, we still
overlords to
got it.
exert control.
Ah! Ah! Buttons!
Enemy raid on
Kinda looks like a lot of
enemy
altars.
has ambushed our enemy. The enemy has begun hostilities. You are at max supply.
Really? Why? How? This doesn't look like max supply. What do I got? 79 drones. I guess that's why.
Mineral patch has been strip mined. It looks like it's done evolving. That will require a rescue.
It's a lot of army. Scuttle! Scuttle, you fools! I don't know what was in my
Moved on an
hotkeys.
allied base.
When I tried burrowing,
Our allies' base is besieged.
and then it wasn't the correct
Our
hotkey.
allies are
That
in a
wasn't the correct
bind. Your
army.
forces under attack. Take control of the situation. That real estate's reserved. Our army's in a skirmish.
Apparently had like a lurker still in. Somewhere.
Why would you want to morph that? I'm told your Zerg mutation is finished. Enemy raid on our forces. Be pragmatic. A mineral. Your force is under attack. Take control of the situation.
Bitch. Just as I go to clear it out. That's so many lurkers.
They're hitting your base.
It's fucking hilarious.
The trap. Your the enemy's begun hostilities.
I think these guys might win. I don't think those lurkers had to leave.
You've emptied a Vespine geyser. Move on. Mineral field. Our army's in the skirmish. Mineral.
Did it?
That real estate's reserved.
Ah!
Mineral field is out. Claim another. Why would you even want to morph that there?
I've never gotten good with Vipers.
Mineral.
We're about to see how this goes.
That real estate's reserved.
you get my Hydralisk then? Yes.
Belay that order. We're already at max supply. The enemy's confronting our allies' forces. Mineral field is out. Claim another.
Okay, I need this, I need this Protoss player attack with me, but I'm not sure that he
Your
will.
base is under attack. A new mutation respond. Drones under attack. My condolences. You have reached maximum supply. Enemy raid on our
Ah!
forces. Be pragmatic. Mineral patch has been stripped mined. Our armies, they're hitting your base.
Not the main base again! No!
Enemy raid on our forces. Be pragmatic. The enemy's begun hostilities. Your force is under attack. Take control of the situation.
No, not Blinding Cloud. Son of a bitch. This was not meant to be this intense of a game.
I hope you aren't just. The enemy's begun hostilities. The enemy's in our base. Pay attention.
Oh yeah, you wanna go over there? You do? There's so many fucking ultras.
Your base is under attack. How will you respond?
No.
Mineral patch has been strip mined.
I don't have a lair! Okay, I have overseen this one.
They're hitting your base. Great.
My poor Protoss brethren.
Your force is under attack.
Probably
Take
has
control
0
of the
minerals.
situation. Enemy raid on our forces.
Ugh.
Be pragmatic.
This is like the exact type of StarCraft game I don't like. Late game,
Our
ZDZ,
army's in a
Jesus.
skirmish. Your force is under attack. Take control. The enemy's in our base. Pay attention. The enemy's begun hostilities. Mineral field is out. Claim it. You're at max supply. Everything spoken for. Another depleted guy. Enemy raid on our forces.
Woo!
Be pragmatic. Vespine Geyser is spent.
Quickly. Kind of forgot the hotkeys. It's all good though. Still making it work.
You have reached maximum supply.
Woo! Who needs to be good at this race? I don't.
Our allies base is besieged. Our allies are in a bind. Again.
I need you to.
Allies Allied forces are under attack. The enemy's begun hostilities.
Who's ally nude?
Our army's in the struggle.
My ally might be a little nude too. Fortunately, I'm only somewhat of a nude.
You emptied a vessel. Your force is
What?
under attack. Take control of the situation.
Is that English?
Mineral patch has been strip mined. Mineral field is out. Claim another. The enemy's begun
F2.
hostilities. Mineral patch has been strip mined. Spawn and overlord. Enemy raid on our forces. Be pragmatic. Mineral field is out. Claim another.
Oh, I think he's trying to say they're going through lords.
They might return the favor.
Right?
Our allies are in a bind. Again. Mineral... Make more overlords. Or keep fixed.
Yeah! Hell yeah! Can't believe I won this game. I'm so bad with Zerg.
Mineral field is out.
Look, maybe they were worse. My Protoss buddy! He's starving. Probably barely has any minerals. Did he give a fuck? No. Dude, those corruptors. Those corruptors, though. I don't think that guy could split.
All in order.
Woo! What a game. What a first game in a year to play. What the fuck? And it's my worst race. Oof. Let's not do that again. Let's play 3v3. As Protoss. I really thought they were, when I saw, like, the second wave of Ultras, I thought we were being trolled. Like, they were way, way, way better. But I guess not. And not the best counter Broodlords in ZVZ is Hydra Viper. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the reasons you really don't see Broodlords. Vipers can do well against them. Of course, if he had better micro disruptors, you know, it could have been terrible. Thanks, YouTube chat.
Assuming control.
No, 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 no. Thanks for the raid.
War? No. This is a field test.
Forgot StarCraft 2 had 3v3s. They also have 4v4s. These two Zergs are gonna take up my bases, aren't they? They're gonna leave me in the dust. They're gonna leave me taking this base, even though I'm gonna wall this one off. Don't do it, Zerg bros. Don't do it.
You'll need more pylons for that.
Wait, I actually totally forget how to do this build. Wait a minute. 20 Nexus. Ah! I don't even blame him. I would have made the same mistake.
Your probes are in
Oh, that's what I
danger.
forgot to get. I
At
knew I
least
was getting
salvage
something.
their parts.
Gas. I forgot gas. And then I forgot a Cyber Explorer. Thanks, man. All Terrans. What's the chances one of them are gonna go mech? Eh?
They're threatening the probes.
Oops, all siege tanks. Right? This is an approximation of a Protoss build. Should I be building a Twilight Council right now? Yes. Am I gonna die because of it? Probably not.
I am here in the shadow.
Thanks, guys.
For the
The enemy's moved on an allied base.
very wise. You shall.
So this guy could have left. Okay. Well, they're not in a team together, so I was like, this actually can be a strategy. Sometimes.
You require.
But I'm gonna guess the guy just left.
Happy birthday ZG carrot carrot, have a good one. Natalia and I miss ya. Lots of love.
How did that not go off? Whoa! And it's a huge one, too. Damn Twitch alerts.
Happy birthday ZG
Oh, I
carrot
know why I
carrot,
didn't go
have a
off.
good one. Natalia and I miss ya.
That's actually
Lots
my
of
bad.
love.
I still haven't given a new sound effect over the K-pop one. Okay. Anyway,
Allies' base is
thank you very much,
besieged.
Galars, for the $100. Hot damn. Cheers. I miss you guys too. I miss going to Katowice and then visiting.
The research is done. Warp your forces in somewhere else.
Very well. I serve.
Hellbats. No, not the Reaper!
Your allies could use
Oh,
backup.
okay. For a second, I was really worried I forgot to actually get Warp Gate.
You'll never be able to warp there.
Maybe one day I'll be traveling internationally for work again.
Our allies might lose. Allied
God.
forces don't try
Why is macro so hard?
Time.
Nice. Why do they make StarCraft a hard game? Nice.
Warp your forces in somewhere else.
Okay, it's fine. I got it. We're fine.
I am the heart. You require my skills.
You should play Deadlock more often, Kalaris.
I am the
The
voice.
enemy's
of the
confronting
eclipse.
our allies' forces. Let's see what all that.
Although playing on
research-
European thing isn't my favorite thing. Oh, I
Try walking
fucking
in
trapped my
there, it's a
probe.
waste
I'm
of
so
time.
good at this.
State
There should be an
thy
award for
bidding.
trapping your probes. Because I would win it every time.
Get more minerals. Be industrious.
You guys like the complete lack of scouting we've done? These guys could be going
You
mass
haven't got the
banshees.
minerals. Our allies are in a bind. Again. The enemy's moved on an allied base. You need to dig up. Our allies might lose that base.
I am here.
Allied forces are under attack. Do what you will.
I am here in the shadow.
Our allies' base is besieged. The enemy's confronting our allied forces. Get more minerals. Be industrious. A mineral field is depleted. You haven't got the minerals for that. The enemy's moved on an allied base. Your research is complete.
We are one with the shadow.
Your upgrade is production ready.
Are those medevacs supposed to be with that army?
I am here in the shadows. I am the heart.
Aww. It's always nice to meet nice people.
Let our enemy
Yeah, it's too many cycles. JK, it's too many. That was a mistake.
Our finest
It was a
mine.
prank, bro. It was a prank.
Our allies could use backup. They might return to base. Our allies might lose. Mineral patch has been stripped by. We embrace the glory.
I am the voice of the eclipse.
Your allies could use backup. They might return the favor.
State thy
Allied base is besieged. Allies forces.
You
The
require
enemy's
my
moved
skills.
on an allied base.
I think that mech player might have killed all my Zerg friendos.
Our allies are in a bind. Again.
I am the heart of darkness.
Our allied base is the mineral field is depleted. Do what you will.
We move
The enemy's
on
confronting our armies in skirmish. Forces. The enemy's moved. Your allies can use backup. They might return the favor.
Well,
Your research
we're pretty screwed.
not enough.
Ah.
The enemy's confronting our allied forces. Our allied base is besieged. Your allies sounds like your probes are being attacked. Might never be able to warp this.
What happened to my army, guys?
Moved on an allied base.
Oof.
Allied forces.
It's been too long. The good news is I was only supply blocked for 26 seconds. Here we go. With WoW, PUBG, and the D4 Expo. You're such a gamer, Colaris. Alright, once again, we're going to try and multitask, fix Twitch alerts. What's a D4? Diablo 4, I'd assume.
I expect a command performance. Get more minerals.
Okay.
Be industrious.
Alt tab. I'm looking. Whoop! Who needs a pylon?
Build pylons if you want to bring the Protoss in.
Let's do this with audio file. Who are we facing? I hope it's all Zerd. And I have no wall. It's not. We're good. Sorry. People actually play that? Yeah, Diablo 4 has been played a lot. I mean, people said it was a flop when it released because it didn't live up to the expectations that people have of Diablo 2. But, like, conversations having yesterday, Friday, on stream. Like, a lot of people like to say that, like, X thing failed from Blizzard and then it's just 100% not true. Like, it makes tons of money. Like Diablo Immortal. And Diablo 4, I think people actually said it was very good, except for the in-game content, I want to say. And then I don't know what happened with all the expansions. I don't really pay attention. And then obviously I don't know what happened with the most recent expansion. I just know people have been playing it. They've been streaming it. Just gonna delay warp gate, because I definitely messed up. Gases again. Because I'm good.
Don't have nearly enough Vespine.
After a year of not touching StarCraft. Still got it.
You require my skill. I am the voice of the eclipse.
I wish I could say that I, you know, I just realized I'm playing without any background music. I usually play StarCraft 2 with some type of playlist going. Yeah, I haven't played really any of the games like Deadlock. I was playing Civ for a little while. And stopped.
Allied forces
As
are
you do.
under attack. Do what you will.
It shall be.
Can you put a clip from your stream in the chat? Yeah.
Your allies could use
Yesterday,
backup.
okay,
They
for the people
might
who don't know
return
about
the
Deadlock,
favor.
this will mean nothing to you guys, but for people who do, yesterday I literally played a game with a Holiday who I'm pretty sure never used their barrels once. Like, it was minute 40 in this really close game and our Mirage had left, which was a dick move.
Our allies are in a bind. Again.
But we were, like, still in it. Like, we could have won. But I witnessed this Holiday go back
Allied base is
to clear our base. There's like 30 troopers in our base. And I just watched this Holiday shoot their gun at every single one. I mean, they don't melee them. They don't
I am here in the shadows.
use their barrels on them.
Allied forces are
Just
under
their
attack.
gun.
Do what you will.
It was mind-boggling. And when I asked, I was like, do you know how to use your barrels? To other people in chat were like, it's really passive-aggressive Paradox. And I'm like, this isn't like a, wow, Holiday, your barrels are so bad, I didn't even know how to play this character. This was a legitimate, like, is this your first time? Do you want to know how to use your barrels? They never responded, understandably.
Here in the shadows. We
Don't try warping.
I don't know how we got in such a close game with a Holiday who was not using their barrels. They were going gun build, so it's like they were dependent on their barrels, but then I can only imagine how good their aim was. Their macro was fine. They were actually fine on souls. It was weird.
the heart of darkness. Intriguing. For the reckoning.
Warp your forces in somewhere else.
I am here.
We gotta move. We gotta do shit. Let's get out on the map, man.
You require my skills. Let our enemy know our fury. I serve for now.
Mineral field is allied. Name another. Your allies could use
The
backup.
fuck is this?
They might return the favor.
Mass Reaper?
Our allies might lose that base. Our allies are in a bind. Again. Our allies'
Teammate
base
just
is
lost.
besieged.
Their entire main base.
Your power fields aren't
To a single double marine drop.
The enemy's moved on an allied base.
Wonderful.
I am the voice.
You'll never be able to warp there.
Hopefully my observer will give us a heads up next time. Okie dokie then. See?
Your upgrade is
Oh yeah, it revealed itself.
ready. Your allies mineral patch might return the favor.
Figured there must be something else happening.
Justice be done.
field is depleted. I hope you aren't just sitting on them.
Oh, it's all coming back to me.
Warp your forces in somewhere else. Find a solution. You haven't got the minerals.
My life for hire.
The enemy's begun hostilities.
Am I an idiot?
Enemy raid on our forces. Be pragmatic. The enemy's confronting our allied forces. Your research is complete.
My char, we uno. We. My life for hire. We out. We embrace
Do I finally have enough gateways?
We embrace the glory of battle.
Allied forces are under attack. Do what you will.
They actually have way more than I thought they did.
Allied forces are under attack. Do what you will.
At least that one guy did.
Field is out. Claim another.
In you, uno.
The enemy's confronting our allies' forces.
Oh! Yeah, fucking recall. That's what I meant to do.
We are for one.
Hello. This guy's serious about not being
Mineral
attacked in the main
field is
base.
depleted. I hope you aren't just sitting. Our allies are in a bind. Again. You need more energy. Find mineral patches with strip mines. The enemy's confronting our allies' forces.
We are We are for.
Might not be perfect.
Allies produce backup. Your force is under attack. Take control of the situation.
But we're gonna win. Thank you. GG's. Yellow helped us expand. Excuse you. Platinum 3v3. Oh boy. Oh boy. I didn't know you had a StarCraft 2 channel. That's all this was. GG's. Not gonna play any Terran today. Never again. I don't know why, but StarCraft 2 kind of felt sluggish. That's why I opened up the server for a second there. Maybe I'm just not used to it. I've forgotten it all. No. Deadlock. Deadlock in. Steam Deck Builders Fest. If only I played any deck builders. Yeah, I guess we could do that right now. I mean, the cats have been crying for it the entire time. Alright, guys. You managed to sound pitiful enough for Scout See Justice to give you treats. Hello. Can you not? Why with the nails? With the nails. Hate you. You guys are working against your own interests. You're not helping your cause. Tree? It's a bad boy. Bad. Debater's last. She will paw you, Dimitri. She will gank you. That's what you get for being a bad boy, Dimitri. Well, patience goes a long way. Dimitri. Your whole body blocks wicked. Y'all. I'll give Apollo treats later. All done. It's all done. These cats, I tell ya. I tell ya. Clearly, Dimitri has some infinite days. Exactly. Good night, Claris. All the European bros awake till after midnight just to celebrate my birthday. Thank you, Christian Frost. Usually on my birthday, I like to ask for basketball tickets, but my team lost, so still don't know what I'm gonna ask for. Still haven't decided. Good night. It's true. The Avalanche are doing well. Could ask for hockey tickets. Hockey's not my favorite, but it's kind of fun. Happy 31st. Thank you. I'm old. I'm not hip. I'm not with it. Alright, I haven't been very lucky with Vindicta. I haven't gotten very good games. I had a hell of a game. It ended up being a fun enough game. We lost, but it was like a hellish opener. Because I was in a lane with Geist against Bebop Mina, and it was terrible. Like, I actually don't know what I could have done better. The fact that I only died twice, I thought was impressive.
And today, you will have it.
I want to play with Bebop. What? Oh shit, we got switched all over. Switch again. Oh, don't switch.
I just want to be mid, but okay, thank you.
That was all types of confusing. The hell? Oh, happy birthday to you too. Anything past 8 p.m. is late. I like when I wake up early. So with the jet lag I was having coming back, it was actually preferable. The problem is that I never keep at it. My body does eventually adjust back, and then I do not go to bed before 8.
It's brutal out there, huh?
I've got a few tricks up my sleeve.
Thank God that guy could name. These are just some freaking aggressive opponents, aren't they? Ah, no, the healing minion died way out there. Ah, buddy.
We took down Kelvin.
Oh my god, no, stop tanking the minions.
Today, you're making history.
Sounds good.
You know, I feel like... So I had this problem before I got a new computer. Which is that, first of all, my editing software would not
Sounds good.
scrub without severe lag. And then second, StarCraft got like slowed down my computer the longer it went. And reinstalling Windows fixed the editing thing, but it didn't fix the StarCraft thing. And I'm kind of feeling issues right now. And I was feeling some issues in StarCraft, and I wonder if it still does it, even though I'm on a new computer. And I'm not a computerologist to figure out how or why that would happen, but it feels laggy. And only entirely like restarting my computer would fix it. Ugh. Also, Kelvin just left.
Our yellow
Shouldn't even try being there.
Be right back.
So it looks like my luck continues on
Our
Vindicta.
yellow walker is under attack.
Need help on yellow.
While Kelvin's like stealing their boxes.
Summoning crows. Mirage is missing.
I'll take Mirage.
Contact.
Oh, how did I not kill him? No.
Might be time to stop by the curiosity shop. Careful, Ivy.
Will be yours.
Locking down.
Well, at least they did die.
Glad to help.
I wish I
Good
got the
job.
assassinate.
Thank you.
The stacks. I need them.
Impressive, Bebop.
Go out there and impose your will.
Contact. Going airborne.
And Infernus just flame dashes out of there. And they really got used to bullying us, didn't they?
Crows obey.
Kelvin.
How did the fucking miss? Got this too, got him bad.
Taking flight.
Will none of you rise to the challenge?
This is funny how much it's turned around on them though.
beginning.
Surprised they didn't chase me.
Well, look what I found laying around. The crow.
Isn't it?
There's
Do you want to
four
go back to
blue.
yellow at some point?
No one hides from me.
Uh-oh. Burn. Fuck. Chin's mark was also on me.
Yellow boys, yellow. Speed boost.
Stick around.
Definitely get this. Let's get this.
I should be able to find some fun spots to shoot from.
It's a gun pop.
Down on your feet. I'll get the drop on them.
Mid-boss has arrived.
They took out Bebop.
Coven's here. And now he's not!
I see you. Thank you.
Claimed.
Nothing yellow.
I won't make it back. I'm just gonna pressure green.
Careful, man.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
The warm-up is the game. There's only a warm-up game if we lose.
Take this gift.
You got like 4 here.
Yeah,
Get
I
some
can do
long
you.
green to distract them.
All the lanes are pushed.
Time to end their miserable existence.
The birds will deal with them.
Venator fights with fervor.
They took out Warden.
What's the plan?
Let's go for a ride.
Headed to yellow.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
King, what are we doing, yellow? What commit to push it up? Maybe trade the walker for the iron? Something.
I don't know if
I like it.
what they wanted us to do.
They're dead.
Our green guardian has been defeated.
Throwing stick.
Yeah, I'm gonna push it. Blue with you.
I can buy
They're
something
coming blue,
quality.
looks like. Pull back.
Come out.
I see Infernus.
Okay,
I do not split
I
push.
see Infernus. Headed to blue.
Finding higher ground.
Engaging out.
Getting closer. It's a good day.
Something! Shoot him! Yay, stacks.
Good job.
Wheel.
Thank you.
Just keep pressuring blue. Let the Venator pressure yellow. Let's pressure all three.
Okay.
Come on, Mirage.
Locking down an area.
What?
I rise.
Ivy, your presence is a boon to us all.
I gotta bounce.
Pull back.
I think I have this Guardian to fall back to every time.
Pressure green, tell them we're fighting this hard so you can take it, man.
I like it.
Oh, they're coming there.
Okay, we
Or-
backed up. We backed up. Now it's time to bounce.
Yeah, what happened with yellow and green?
When Billy was fighting Ven on yellow, I don't blame him. But I felt like green was open. Should have been taken.
Yeah, Calvin should have pushed it. He's true. That's alright. There's a lot of good signs.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
Coming.
Headed to yellow.
Let's see if Mirage dedicates. He will.
Time to get out of here.
My
Billy's low. It was like 4 mid. Just pressure yellow and green.
Through
my stakes wouldn't stop him anyway. A tornado.
our blue guardian has been defeated.
Take it, Calvin. Take it, you pussy. Give your life for this cause.
Let's push green.
Never mind. You can leave.
Okay,
Let's push York.
That's funny. You pussy. Never mind. You
Looks
can
like
move.
they rotated yellow.
pull back. Sounds good.
Oh, but he got it.
Nice.
I'm on
Give your life for the cause. That's what I love to see.
I see the enemy.
You're looking to survive.
They're trying to run burn to a side where they don't have a walker. And just take green off it. They send like 2 to pressure. Just poke them from far, and the rest of us
It's
take
gonna
green.
go down really quickly. There's like, if all 3 of them pushed, I'm just gonna give it up.
Two on blue.
Our yellow walker is under
Or just Infernus, honestly.
Our yellow walker has been defeated.
It's real weak.
They delivered the urn.
We're gonna lose green too, and Infernus died for it.
Walk
Nice.
off
Good job.
it. It's a good trade. We take that trade any day.
Headed to Broadway.
I see Dynamo.
I'm not sure who that was. Maybe Mirage Gun?
Ready to use item.
Yeah, get fucking shit. Get souls.
Okay,
Next team fight win, we should go mid.
headed to green. I like it.
You take green. You hold green after farm.
Thank you.
The Archmother offers many gifts.
Broadway.
Yellow's gonna get pushed. We should really be helping blue. It's everyone on it. Plus it's mid knocker. No.
Need help on blue.
Come on, Warden. Uh-oh.
Back up to Walker.
Stay right there. Yellow needs help.
See if we can't hold this.
All right, Warden. He did call for, you know, farming. And the other guys weren't the ones who listened, but still, they were in that mid fight for a very long time. Yeah, I'm gonna go mid.
Let's clear yellow. They might be getting mid. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Let's
they
go
are.
mid.
Let's stop them.
Yeah, I mean, we had a quick
The
respawn.
rejuvenator is descending.
Nah, we're not there.
Be careful. They have the rejuvenator.
They're already dedicated. I'm going in.
Pull back.
Well, at least only Warden. Oh no, Warden and Ivy died. And maybe Venator?
They took out the Venator.
Yep. Fuck me.
Defend green.
Our blue walker is under attack.
I'll get green.
Our green walker is under attack.
Well, you might just be able to hold this then.
Combo.
Die on your feet. Fly true.
Why are you gonna bully me? It's fucking mean. Wow, they might actually hold this.
Our blue walker is under attack.
Barrage behind.
Oh, I guess he's there.
Headed to
That's
yellow.
long X.
Death brings consequences once more.
Gee, we held both walkers. They fucked that up.
Rare.
Spirit Czar is here.
Such
Yeah,
I get it.
mystery.
I get it.
She will stay delivered.
I see him furnace.
Coming low.
Stick around. My own opportunities.
Freezing them.
Look at this fire.
Sounds good.
I saw him. Little DT. Cloaked. Go.
Really out?
Pull back.
It's pitch blue. Come.
Headed to blue.
No running.
Coming.
On to the
I will stand against many.
I rise.
Vindictus supports from a distance.
That's true.
Still stand.
Right there. They took out Warden.
Pull back.
Protects the flock.
And they got fucking knocked down. I got to get counterspell now. I mean, maybe if only one of them gets it, and I don't have to, the buff removal would be fine. But more than one of them gets it.
Oh.
Locking down an area.
Be right back.
Be bold.
Ready to use item.
Should really have so many more stacks. Oh, that's what happens with the warm-up game, which we haven't lost yet. I don't know.
I see Infernus.
Headed to Broadway.
P12 on mid. Oh, Venator. No. Man, I chased him down real quick.
Let's see you still stand.
My bag. It's pretty safe under the walker. That is everyone there. Fuck. May 5th down, UK. Yay! It's my birthday. You see a little follow? It was so low, man. Fuck. Two people so low.
I fear no one.
Let's kill Mirage.
Keep it up.
The spirit urn
So sad we didn't get the Apollo. Apollo and the Infernus both got low. I think it's Silence Wave.
Let's push yellow. Soul Jar is here.
What the hell is the team? Don't kill that many of them. Just go Mirage.
I see Infernus.
Headed to Greenwich.
And
Going to
Calvin,
Greenwich.
Calvin really pushed that yellow.
Headed to blue.
I think Venator's screwed.
Oh.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
Yes, sir.
Back up, back up.
They might make. They might go from it. Oh no, they went for Warden.
I see Dynamite.
Let's see you still stand.
Headed to green.
Ah, they're doing this without
Our
Infernus.
green walker is under attack.
Wow, if you could stomp Walker.
Our green walker has been destroyed.
Spirit Jar is here.
Things were even. No, they're not. Can't win the fight. Even if they don't have
The
Infernus there.
rejuvenator is descending.
They have the rejuvenator.
So I don't have that much bullet defense. I need a way to stop their healing.
Headed to green.
Yeah, we could have snuck the arena, would have been great.
We're gonna get this alright.
They're gonna get it though.
Slay them and grow strong.
I don't see how they haven't already picked it up. Damn, that was favored to us for a hot second. Should still pick it up. It has to reset to get the advantage that it now is again for like 1 second. It's got not advantage. Stupid.
No, let it reset.
May
let
the
it reset.
4th be with you too.
Let it reset. Drop it.
Arner Bjorns, thank you very much for the 53
Let's
months.
grab that.
Almost the 5th, yeah. It's 5th in enough places. Counts.
Push lights.
Let's push blue.
Warren, if you want to grab this, I can fly you.
Quick.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Grab it.
Ready to fly?
Let us go on our journey.
Ah! I just pressed control.
We should get this. Mirage might be there. Oh my god!
Oh, I really hope they don't win that
Where the fuck did
fight.
it go?
They fucking delivered it!
I
Fuck!
didn't drop it. Why did it
What?
drop? No one made
Dude,
it.
what the hell just happened?
Well. rip.
The weak always fall to the strong.
I want
I'm taking their team apart
dead.
brick by brick.
I don't know what happened. I assume they just got
You
punched.
fought off the
Just
court
didn't
of the
notice.
Hidden King, but they will
To be honest,
return.
I've definitely not noticed picking it up or dropping it.
We only have one shrine left.
You were so high.
Right?
Got his little toes.
He didn't like wall jump or anything. There's no way he
Yeah, I
got
didn't
that
even
high.
see
Just
it
like that was
drop.
Our defenses are crumbling.
GG, I guess.
You need to make a stand and stop them. The Hidden King comes for us.
If they overstay,
The Rejuvenator has expired.
Hope you don't mind the pickup.
Return.
actually have to go clear this.
Your valor is rewarded. Kelv, you need to make a stand and
Did kill the Billy and the Dynamo.
Headed to blue.
I got more where that came from.
furnace just isn't dying.
They took out Bebop.
Oh, finally.
We're back!
I'll deal with the troopers.
Damn. So they have the advantage with the walker, even though they have the same number of people.
Mid-boss has arrived.
Calvin doesn't have his ult. Calvin doesn't have his ult. I don't know if we can really stop this.
Time them down.
Pull back.
They
Can't
took
lose.
out Warden.
Tried.
Surprised I escaped. Well. Never got that silence wave.
Grab her in as soon as it spawns. Yeah.
The Archmother will bolster your mind and spirit.
Are we gonna do something about this?
The Rejuvenator is descending.
They have the Rejuvenator.
Oh, the game's getting so bad. I don't know what it is about StarCraft that makes this happen to the computer. Brand new computer. And StarCraft makes it get all slow and shit.
The urn is ours.
Oh, my friend. You just upped your survivability by at least 30%. Chase me!
I've been training my whole life for this. Your teams don't have a chance.
Need a lift?
They took out Warden.
You fought off the court of the Hidden King, but they will return.
The birds will deal with them.
Okay, yeah. That is annoying.
Let's see you still standing.
Oh well. At least it was an even game for a while.
game.
It was kind of
Hell of
fun.
a fight.
But I think that'll be it. That'll be it. I might stream tomorrow, but it's gonna be just StarCraft history, which might not be very interesting to a lot of people. This construct additional RAM. I'm not sure that's the problem. But I don't think I'll ever actually know why it affects just me. I don't know anyone else have this problem. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the StarCraft times. I will turn 35 in 12 hours. Isn't that great? So good. Thanks for all the support, too. I'll see y'all either tomorrow or Wednesday. Bye-bye.